really happening and it's live.
Grab a seat too, if you want.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Live, laugh, live.
Grab a seat.
Steph, you might need to scoot over a smidge.
Yeah, that's what I was moving. You need me to move over more?
Maybe more of a chair angle situation? Like, rotate clockwise if you could. That's counter. Clockwise.
You want me to come this way?
There it is. Yep,
Okay.
a little more. Just so I can... There it is. Okay. This is a Resident Evil 4 inventory situation.
Oh, Jesus.
It's starting.
Oh,
It's
my
starting.
God. You can't
Half-Life
talk
3.
like that.
Half-Life
All
3.
right. Here's the thing. Steph is...
Yeah, what are you hoping for?
Stephanie's legitimately in the industry, so her commentary here is more valid than either of us.
Oh, no, it's not. Don't tell them that.
What are the rules, Lawrence?
Oh, shit. Shit ass. Let me pull them up on my phone so I can
I'll
transcribe.
type them in, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Okay, somebody polished those shoes. Somebody did.
I told you. Oh, no, those are sneakers. Unless they're vinyl.
Somebody made sure that they were shiny and beautiful.
I love the energy.
He has a...
I love the energy.
His shoes are not as ostentatious as
I like
they
the
usually
shoes
are.
though. Those are nice.
Yeah. They're pop shoes, right? Usually he would wear like a red suit with that.
You can tell that people are really excited to go to anything because that's not the first time today that I've heard, I love the energy! Because people were saying that this morning, and I was like, it is 10 a.m. Everybody calm down.
Bruce, here are the shot rules. A shot for any appearance of Kojima or Gaben.
Dante, we're going to do our best to make it worth your while.
You could just put like Kojima /
Gaben.
Gaben as
Over
the
the
first
next
rule.
2 hours, we're going to give you a whirlwind tour of dozens
Whirlwind.
of games from
Gaben,
studios big and small.
Next rule,
Lego
confusing
bricks to puppets,
brand revival.
zombies to Marvel heroes.
Why did they do that?
A little bit of
That
everything,
includes remakes,
including,
remasters,
yes,
whatever.
some
Next
brand
one,
new
fishing
game
minigame
announcements.
depicted.
Gotta have some of
Any appearance shot of a fishing
Now,
minigame.
before we
Third,
dive into the excitement,
this
let's
is
take
kind
a
of an
moment to
interpretive rule,
recognize just
but
how
it's
dynamic
from
our
the
industry has
developers
become.
of, or
Here's a look at
the
the
ex-developers
top 10
like ex
selling
Rockstar, ex Blizzard.
So
If a
far
game gets
in
introduced as being
2025
from the
by
developers
units,
of a major
according to
studio,
Game Discover Co.
because I feel like that's the trend
Lots
right
of great
now. That's
games.
the trend rule.
Yeah.
Now, the list
And then
includes beloved
final rule
franchises, but
is
sitting
a
proudly
developer
at
or
number one with
what
over
the fuck?
13
Yeah,
What the
I was
fuck?
trying.
Why are we on a
Top
splash
selling new
page of
Steam
top selling
games.
Steam games?
We gotta show them, Lawrence. They're important.
Crafted by a
I guess
team
he's
of just
celebrating the
10
indies
people
like
I don't
Repo
know.
and
So
Schedule One.
So confused.
Okay,
Trailing
the
edge
last rule
Schedule
is
One,
somebody who sent a
TGS
video
is sole
message because they
developer in
couldn't be
Australia.
at the show.
It's inspiring
So,
that these indie
and then the
creations
final
stand
rule
side
is
by
just a
side
sip
with
rule
heavyweights
for every
like
new
Monster
trailer.
Hunter
Just sipping on
Wilds
whatever
and the
drink you
Oblivion
got.
remake.
Okay.
Absolutely. Now let's also applaud Claire Obscure from Sandfall.
Well, you got it.
Okay.
Claire Obscure, am I right?
They might
Everybody
get some
in
nominations at
Detroit?
the end of the year. We're
Can
not
I
there
hear
yet,
it?
But it is a monumental achievement.
Let's give it up for
Bringing the
Florida.
highest Metacritic score ever recorded for a game, all from a
Hold on,
team
I want to
of
hear
under
Jeff. I
30
want to hear him.
developers
Can I turn this
who
up?
I can turn it up
bravely
over there.
stepped
Hold
away
on.
from big publishers to forge their own path. One thing is clear. With digital distribution and engines
Game
like
Discover
Unreal,
Co.
today's most
Is
innovative
Jeff launching a
projects
PR firm?
increasingly emerge from
That's gotta be
outside
what this
of
is, right?
your system.
Like a seltzer?
That's something to celebrate.
I'll take a
But
seltzer.
I'll take a
with
seltz
more
as well.
than
Yes, please. Thank you for the
15,000 games
sippings.
released on Steam
Yeah,
just last year, more than double.
Is he becoming a publisher? Is that what this is?
Discovery.
What's
And
happening?
That's precisely why events like Summer Game Fest,
Dude,
partner
of
showcases
course.
happening
It's
all
the
weekend
next
long,
it's the next
and
step.
Initiatives like the Steam Next Fest are so essential. These events help remarkable games, big and small, find their audiences. And hopefully, if you're watching,
It's how you
the
make
show,
money, but also
you'll
seem like
discover
you're promoting
next
the little
favorite
guy.
It says you're echoey.
So, in that
Oh, thank
spirit,
you.
I'm
let's
echoing.
kick
What the
off
fuck?
with the
cheat
game
code.
from
Because
an
I'm hitting
independent
multiple mics,
studio
probably.
who is
Hell
thinking very
yeah.
big.
I'll whenever I calm down.
2017, 4 developers
Lawrence
broke
can't
away
calm
from
down when it comes
AAA
to
publishers
video
to
I love those video games. Thank you.
Today, they're a thriving independent studio of 30 creators. And what you're about to see is
I'll try to move this mic
powerful
away
testament
from
to what passion, freedom,
the other
a
mics.
small dedicated team.
This dude saw the
achieve.
fucking acceptance
Let's take
speech
a
from
look
Larian, and
at
he's
our
like, I
first
could
new
do
game
that.
announcement.
Here, Steph, I'm gonna scoot to the left a little bit. Could you
Humpy?
scoot this way?
You want me to scoot? Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
just to get it in the camera. That's all.
Yeah, there's going to be some bleed over. That's just sort of the way it goes. The 3 mics is usually the way it goes.
I'm gonna try to just ASMR this entire thing.
We're supposed to take a drink for every our sip for every new
Sip.
trailer, right?
Yeah, we're sipping.
Alright.
This is a new trailer. This looks cool.
Did-
It looks like Mortal Shell.
I told you, I sent you a text, Lawrence. I'm pretty sure. Yes.
I accidentally ordered all the McDonald's to my friend's house, but he's coming to drop it off right now. Here in a second.
To Lucian's house?
Yeah.
What the hell?
We ordered Chipotle earlier.
Whoa. Indie video games with corruption and lots of cool Souls-like combat.
I was telling Lawrence that there's a new marketing terms for apparently people that enjoy Souls-like games, and I'm pretty sure that it's called masochist gamers.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that makes
I like
sense.
that.
Actually makes
And
sense.
I was like, and as I saw it in a deck, and I was like, oh my god, I've got to tell Lawrence.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've seen masochist gamer.
This really looks like Mortal Shell. Like, for real. Now that they showed the unhoused protagonist, is this Mortal Shell 2? Maybe a Souls-like should have been a shot.
Guys, Half-Life 3. If Half-Life 3 comes today, it's gonna be at the very end of the show. Number 1. Number 2, I'll cry. And then number 3, it'll be a shadow drop, and I'll download it and play right now and tell everybody to leave. Yeah, you're right. Mortal Shell 2.
Dose.
The dubs! Wow. Mortal Shell was like kind of a... I liked it, but it was also kind of like a C-tier Souls game. Alright.
The show is, I think, generally 2
Lots more
hours.
to come, but right now,
Lots more.
The end. The next.
Don't get underwhelmed yet.
Galactus fight, or even live.
We're gonna get underwhelmed about an hour in. An hour in, usually, both Lawrence and I are like,
When the Facebook gaming reel starts to play,
yeah.
it's like, oh shit. So many people of color love gaming.
Again across console, PC, and phones. The Death Star.
Oh, we got a Fortnite trailer?
There's nothing but Star
Here's the
Wars.
first exclusive look at what you'll be
And
part
some
of tomorrow in the
Fortnite.
Fortnite
Fortnite Star Wars, there's
Death
nothing better,
Star.
I
guys.
retired the rule about
Check it out now.
games as service trailer.
This doesn't even count, though. This is just Star Wars and Fortnite.
But it's a game, like any promotional spot dedicated to a game that's already been launched. Yeah.
They finally. Well, actually, I wonder, they don't pay Jeff for this, I don't think.
Yes, they do.
Do you think that
Some
Epic
of them
pays
do.
Jeff?
Yeah.
It's a flip flop. So like, if the game that you want to announce has clout, you don't pay Jeff.
Right.
If you're Fortnite, you pay Jeff.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
You pay Jeff for
Because I was
placement.
like wondering
Right now,
if
it is
Fortnite
an
had
honor
enough
to
clout to
welcome
not
Summer
pay
Game
Jeff.
Fest, a
You know?
legendary
No, they gotta
game
pay.
creator
Okay.
I
who
feel
has
like,
released his
well,
latest project in just a few
it's a
short
lot
weeks.
of money.
With each
I
of
will
his
tell you
games,
Oh, Epic, yeah,
pushes
Epic's got a
the
shit
game
ton of
Well,
money.
I know
in
just in
bold new
general to be
directions, and we
in the
are
Jeff
honored to
show
have him with
orbit.
us for the first time
I've
at Summer Game
seen
Fest in person.
some.
Please,
I'm not
everyone,
gonna
join
share.
me in
Some
welcoming
contracts go by.
like,
Hideo Kojima.
Oh my god!
We're Hideoing right off the top, baby.
All right, there we go.
Shots all around.
There we go, there we go.
He didn't save this for like even the close of show. Look at these sneaks right next to each other, though.
you go.
Do you see how
Yeah,
big
it's
her
true.
fucking shoes are?
I opened it.
Mr.
Dude, he's got
Kojima, here we are.
Sora
The world
shoes.
tour begins
He's
at
wearing
Summer
all
Game
black with
Fest.
white
It's
sneaks.
great to have you
He's
here.
got the same like big
Fantastic.
contrast. How are these motherfuckers in like
So, let me
like
ask you,
lockstep?
Kojima,
Jeff had to have a
many
plant
years on this
in
project.
Kojima's
What do you hope
wardrobe.
No, it's a deck. I told you.
conspiracy
They
theory.
sent the deck to each other,
It's a
and then
deck.
Kojima's
It's a deck.
specialty handler, who's always with him, went and was like, "Oh yes, Kojima Sean, that this is what's happening. He's wearing these shoes," and he's like, "Oh okay." And then they like worked it
Oh,
out.
look, you can see Steph's lipstick on the cuff.
Yeah, right.
That's adorable.
It's very. It's very.
Oh,
It's absolutely
sorry, I
adorable.
didn't mean to do
Steph, are you
that.
taking that shot? Or
I'm
is
not.
Lawrence?
No, I'm gonna.
Well,
Lawrence is gonna
talking
take
about
that
playing
shot.
All right,
games
Lawrence is
coming
gonna take the
up
shot.
this month,
I have
and
the
right now, I
THC
know you
seltzer right
prepared
there. I need to
special
switch.
exclusive
Well,
clip
I-
for SGA.
I'm not
After
gonna
this, I'm
lie. I
switching.
also
Look
was
at this.
gonna hang out a little longer because there was a really bad accident on the 405.
405 was fucked.
Oh,
Like more than
like-
usual.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chad, would you mind? I'm sorry, mods. Would you mind changing my title to Summer Game Fest with Lawrence? Summer Game
Oh
Fest drunk.
heck, I need to do that too. I don't know
I'll
that
take
my.
a sip.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. I'm gonna do that after this reveal
Okay.
for Death Stranding 2.
Are you working?
That's our new snake, by the way. Look at him. He's got the sunken cheeks. He's got the eye sockets.
He's world weary.
He could be a Bond. No. That's exactly what this motherfucker's doing right now. This is a Bond scene. He's walking into Moneypenny.
Over here, please.
Maybe not.
Tell him, Lawrence.
But I
Get him.
It's exactly this, or it's completely different.
Get him, Lawrence. Tell him.
Kojima is so like fucking 70s media pilled.
It's because he thinks it's really cool. And by the way, it is really cool.
It is really cool.
Is that Kieran Culkin? No, that is not Kieran Culkin.
Although similar, I can see that.
Yeah, it kind of looks like him, but it's not. Alyssa Young as Lucy.
What do you do?
Luca Marinelli is who that is.
Of course, Kojima loves the Italians.
I'm a porter.
I'll tell you what, I can't wait till my gameplay grinds to a halt so I can watch the cinematic during Death Stranding 2.
That's right. Controller on the lap, hands folded on the
Very,
chest.
very excited about this.
Sitting back. Energy saving kicks in on the console. The screen gets dark. You gotta like
Get yourself a latte.
move the joystick.
Relax.
Can you pee in this game? I mean, you could pee in Death Stranding 1.
What?
Piss mechanics were very important. You could piss on a ghost. It scared them because it was biological material.
Makes sense.
You made piss grenades.
Makes sense.
Sorry.
But the poo-poo grenades
That
were
feels-
more effective.
That feels very redneck.
The number 2 grenades. Kojima's a very intelligent gamer.
He's a genius.
Oh, does he have dooms?
Does he have what? What are you talking about?
No, he's not allergic to touch. He just has a new brand.
Dooms?
Dooms. You said you played the first 10 hours of Death Stranding,
I
and
did.
you are not demonstrating that right
Oh
now.
my god.
This guy doesn't understand what Dooms
Oh
is.
no.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad that I don't.
I
I'm
bet
not
this guy doesn't
demonstrating.
even
I
understand
watched
them all.
him play it, and I was like,
Yeah, you
"That's
don't-
enough. That's good."
Yeah, you don't remember
I'm
any of it. Somebody said it was 40 hours long.
Death Stranding?
Yeah, is
I
it?
mean, if you just like, if you critical path it,
Is, what is
sure.
it 25, 30?
Maybe.
Fuck that.
Maybe, huh?
No.
Lawrence spent a lot of time. There was a lot of doing things. That was it. That was beautiful.
Fuck off, dude.
Two actors acting.
Damn you, damn you. Oh, I love you.
Neil and Lucy.
This reminds me of Heavy Rain when it was like a big deal that a big buff man was like changing a baby's diaper.
Tell us a little bit more
And an
about
entire
this
crowd of people are like, oh my god, it's art!
Finally.
You son of a bitch, you son of a bitch!
Two actors. Look, by the way, we're ripping on this, but also both Lawrence and
Dude, I
I
love
don't know about
Kojima
Stephanie,
so
but
much.
both Lawrence and I
can't really
love
say
Kojima. I have come
spoilers.
into
Oh, he's coffee
a
stuff.
new understanding of Kojima.
You saw
I
the
really
cancer
do
mark
enjoy
on
what he's
both their
doing.
hands.
He didn't. Lawrence should have worn his Death Stranding socks because I got him Death Stranding socks. I don't know
doing?
what he's doing.
Trying to hear it.
Oh.
Just read the closed caption.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
Yeah.
closed captioning now. Shit. That wasn't there before.
He will not be in DS2. But
I mean, he's also speaking in Japanese. Do you understand Japanese?
Yeah?
No,
No,
you
we
don't.
I
don't.
just hear it
No, he
and my
doesn't.
heart understands. I get the emotional weight.
And Cliff was a very popular.
He's saying so many words and there's
But I
no...
think we have to kind of like top that character. So Luca Marinetti was a great
This is
actor.
exactly what I wanted from
for
Summer
you.
Game Fest, by the way. This is it.
Did a great
I wanted people to
performance,
talk
so I
about a
think
video
you'll
game.
like this
One of my favorite things about video games is when people talk about them and when they don't
They
show
do
them.
that a lot.
They do that a
So
lot,
I'm not
and they
gonna
don't show
give
them,
any
and that's my favorite thing about
spoilers,
video
you know.
games.
That's
And they're like, you know what we're gonna do
But
to
there
really
is
hype
more
people
to
up?
share,
Talk
and,
about a
you
game.
won't have to
I wanna
wait
hear
very
about this
long
so
to,
bad.
Talk about a
learn more
fucking
about the
video game.
Actually, this Sunday, as part of Summer Game Fest.
Oh, okay, he's
we're
talking
tuning
about
into
his-
DS2 live
That-
game.
the Sunday thing is the big reveal. That's the big game
Yeah.
thing.
Sure.
Of the cast, you'll be sharing.
No, that's not salty at
demo
all,
of the
guys.
game,
Nobody
game
wants to
live
watch people
gameplay
talk
demo,
about a video game.
alongside
They want to
Elfan
watch
and
a
Troy
video
Baker,
game.
and I'll be there hosting it. And
Well,
let's
Yeah.
just say
but when you're a
this is not
marketer
the last that
and you
see of
can't show the
this
video
weekend.
game,
We'll leave it at
you
that.
have to
Then
talk
what do?
about
You
the
talk
video
about it. Yeah, you talk about it.
Remember when James
Welcome to my
Cameron
life.
got
Yes.
on stage and
So
talked
hope
for
you
like
enjoy,
5 minutes about Avatar before
Yes.
the movie came out?
I'll never forget it.
All right,
I-
thank you so much.
I'm
Hideo
gonna-
Kojima,
okay.
everyone. Great to
I'm
see
not
you, Mr.
qualified to
Kojima.
do
Bye,
this.
Kojima.
Bye, Kojima.
Love you.
Adios.
You're the best.
I'm not into
All right,
Keely's
and now I'd like
shoes.
to introduce
The
my
yellow
co-host
doesn't
I
work.
like 'em. I like 'em.
Summer
Yellow
Game.
dig 'em.
She's along for the party.
His
Adventure
blue is so
games journalist on
desaturated, but his
GameSpot,
yellow-
and the
his
co-host of
shoes
the
are
Friends
so-
Per Second podcast. Please join me in welcoming
Oh, yeah,
the
Lucy's
incredible
there.
Lucy James.
Yay!
Lucy.
We know Lucy.
Lucy's the best. Man, everybody's wearing big sneaks, huh?
I wonder if I'm gonna hit go on the Inside Games
Thanks,
Do it.
Jeff,
YouTube and see what
hello,
happens.
Hit
Summer
go.
Game
Oh my
Fest. I'm
God.
so excited to be here this year. Thank you for having me. Now,
Did
we
she
are
get her
honored to
makeup done
reveal
at
an
the
exciting
IGN
new
ladies'
project
She
from
was
Raw
she
Power
was not
Games.
there
Damn.
because
Team
she
headquartered
probably had to be
in
here
Copenhagen.
already,
Yeah.
like already
Yeah.
like
You can
prepped
engage
and
Rehearsing
doing
and
all of
prep.
that
combat,
stuff.
fight for
etc.
land, glory, and legacy.
I haven't
and
seen
lead
Lucy
massive
since
armies
brunch,
into
like 2 years ago
epic
when I was in
scale
New
Lucy-
York.
As narrated
Lucy's the
by
best.
actor
Lucy's a
Tom
treasure.
Hardy.
We talked about industrial music. And
Right.
there's nobody I can talk to industrial music about.
Yeah, because I refuse.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair. I accepted that a long time ago.
So the Lord commands.
I think we might be live on Inside Games.
All right.
We'll see. Whoa!
Oh,
Food!
Oh my god, it's the heaviest bag.
Oh, thank you so much, my love.
so many nuggets.
so
Oh,
much.
we got another Kingdom Come.
You guys want fries or food or anything?
War found me.
Steph?
Dang,
mean-
that's a lot of calories.
You are drinking heavily, so you should eat.
I'm not hungry yet. I'll
Yeah,
come
but
later.
I'm gonna have fries. How about
I
that?
took
Yeah, get
out
in
the
there.
sword. Prayed I could win
You can turn
redemption
down a
for my
fry.
deeds.
This is witchery, huh?
It's definitely not Witcher, though.
But like, yeah,
Once taken.
it's got that like Hollywood color grading where there's like 2 colors in every scene.
We got milkshakes.
Damn.
Whoa, milkshakes.
You want a milkshake?
No,
Oh, we haven't been sipping for new trailers. Oh, you're right. Well, I haven't.
I did. I'm just slowly
That's for
slowly
Fortnite.
drinking this.
I forget grading. This is for For Honor 2 or whatever this is.
Basically, like Topo Chico's is just hydration. Even
Thank
the hard
you.
seltzer.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
it.
like this. I like meters. Okay, now we're looking
This
at.
looks like For
Did
Honor, but,
medieval
or Chivalry.
meters.
Yeah,
right,
yeah, chivalry. I think.
I don't think it is, though. Here, I can hold them.
Chronicles Medieval. Bruh. What are even titles now? I'm all about the portmanteau titles, like Frog Gun.
Oh,
I know what your game is
Oh.
about. Chronicles Medieval, forgettable.
Dungeon
medieval
Storm,
world.
or
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now
Storm
it's
the
time to
dungeon.
hang
Well,
on
this-
to the edge of tomorrow.
Sword Blast.
Sonic Racing Crossworlds is a entry in the legacy of racing action games
Yeah,
within
good
the
luck.
Sonic franchise. Crossworlds
Mario Kart
brings
just launched,
other
brother.
worlds and familiar faces to Sonic Racing.
Get fucked, Jeff.
Surprise guest
Doesn't even have
characters
Ryo
being
Hazuki in
revealed
a
here
fucking
at
forklift.
SGF.
no, but people love the Sonic.
Yeah, I love Sonic.
I know how much you love Sonic.
I do. I made her watch Sonic 3.
you know
I
what's,
was enraptured. Steph was nonplussed the whole time.
you know what's
No,
better than,
I was fine.
than Sonic running fast? Driving a car.
Yeah.
Driving fast.
Well, he can't drive as fast as he can run, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
There is a game, a racing game, where Sonic is just on his feet. We should play it for Brady this thing. Sonic R for the Saturn.
Hard R?
Yeah. Sonic
yeah, I
Hard
was
R.
like, that's not allowed. That's absolutely not allowed.
Only
We're not
Shadow's
allowing
allowed
that.
to say the hard R. We all know why. He's got guns. Miku!
What?
What?
Oh,
Big
wow.
reveal. Wow, there she is.
What?
Yakuza!
This.
I can't believe Ryo Hazuki was sidelined for all these cool characters. Oh, Jesus Christ, Joker. All the
But
Sega
this is
luminaries.
everything that you want, Lauren. Look, I see a little tear.
Yeah, a little
A
bit.
tiny-
Yeah, I'm crying. I'm crying a small amount. She's right. I gotta brush that off. That's why I wear the glasses, because the rims block my gamer tears.
I should have brought you your gamer handkerchief. So you could slowly dab.
Gamer handkerchief.
My lord, these
Embroidered with
trailers are giving me
Lawrence.
the
September,
vapors.
but that is not all. We'd like to introduce
That's
the man
not all.
behind the creation of everyone's
Ben
favorite blue
Schwartz?
hedgehog,
Want more?
Takashi Iizuka.
Never mind. Nah, I'm good. Thank you.
Steph?
I'm good for right now. Thank you, though.
I'm honored to be here to talk about our latest Sonic Racing game. Sonic Racing Crossworld is the next
Love that center
generation
part,
of
huh?
the Sonic Racing series.
Drapes
He's
for
got
the
no.
face.
He's got
By Sonic Team
curtain bangs.
and
Those
Yeah.
are really
Arcade
in
Racing
right
Team.
now.
They really are. Yeah, the
You
mid
can
90s
feel
are wrapping
brand new
around.
I mean, look at my
from
hair.
the
I have
new
a little bit
future
of the
travel
curtain bang going on. See?
which you can warp in
I
the
could have been
race.
on stage talking about
Also,
Sonic
unlike
Racing.
I mean, nobody would have cared.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who it is.
But Steph, you had your E3 stage.
We should do a sip, by the way,
experience
for the trailer.
That is true. I did have one
So
being on
you
stage
can
at
race
E3.
against
Rip,
Yeah.
all
rip
your
E3.
friends
Steph was the
across all of
sunflower.
the
Bro, you were
platforms.
on stage for E3? That's so cool.
Lastly,
Yeah, for
I
EA's
have one
press
more
briefing,
thing
I had to
I'd like
demo
to
the
show
sunflower, and
everyone
we
here
were
today.
terrified
Take
that
a
the
look
PCs were
inside
going to
of the
overheat
throttle.
Oh,
because
yeah.
they didn't put holes in the sides of the container. And we told them, you have to put holes on the side.
Minecraft Steve.
Look, see, you can play that, and then I'll give you the Minecraft makeup.
Minecraft.
I'll I got Minecraft highlighter. I'm telling you.
I should
Minecraft and
cross
Sonic.
brand
I guess you could
promotion.
say
I know.
Should have
you
been the
gotta
drinking
go
You
with
would
bro.
have been fucked
Well,
up
but
if
That's
you
the
did
thing
that.
right
That's all I
now.
want.
I want to
Next,
predict
we're
industry
excited to
trends with the
reveal
shot
a brand
rules, and
new
that's the
action
one that I whipped
RPG
on
from
because that's where
Bandai
everything
Namco
is.
Studios. Embark on a journey across a dark fantasy world and uncover a vast story that eclipses time.
I love doing that.
Corruption.
It's all. Oh, Bandai.
Oh.
It's corruption, guys. I'll let you shoot the orbs. I bet you do. I bet you shoot some orbs to get rid of the corruption.
He's got a halo. No, this is atheistic. Unlike every other JRPG ever made. Oh, he's got a big sword.
Oh.
He's got a heart in his back. Don't trust anyone.
Oh.
Shoot the orb.
For some,
Oh.
Candleface.
heals.
I love the animeification of Souls games. Neo kind of got there early, but
I
here
feel
we
like
are.
pop culture has had the animeification, if that's truly the word. Remember there's like that medicine that has like a whole anime commercial that we were watching, and I was like, what the fuck
during like
is
a
this?
sports game, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, it's for like some sort of depression med. What the hell is happening?
During a baseball game. Usually it's just like life insurance and shit for people that are about to die. But now that like anime's in there, damn, that's rough.
If time were a weapon,
she's
You
wide.
can't say it's niche.
No, it's not. They had One Piece snacks at Universal Horror Nights, right?
Oh, they had more than that. It was like One Piece and a whole bunch of other, I don't know, other animes that I was like not familiar with. But the people were lining up to take the One Piece nachos.
Code Vein, whatever.
Oh, this is a new Code Vein?
That's what everybody says.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't play a lot of Code Vein. It's all anime vampire, huh?
Don't forget to take your sip.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, I'm glad they're making it Code Vein too. I played it like for, I want to say like 30 minutes.
Wow, that's a lot of Code Vein.
Sure is.
That's nothing.
So I'm the resident Code Vein expert
You basically
here.
made a character and fought one thing, and then
Yes.
you're like, all right, I'm done.
I did the tutorial boss, and I was like, all right, that's enough. Because it was on Switch, and I was like, man, fuck this. I'm too graduated to play at 30 FPS. All right, we got some twos.
Code Vein 2.
That's two Souls-likes with a sequel.
Was that a shot?
No, but it should have been a Souls sequel. Damn,
You didn't think about it.
yeah. I'm learning after the fact.
Oh, I love it. Mix of development footage, not final.
Yeah. Oops, sorry. I bumped something.
Yeah, there's some stuff. Looking spooky.
Oh, I should pull up.
Walking sim?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing, Bruce?
New window.
New window.
I gotta look at the Inside Games chat.
Oh yeah, pull up the YouTube chat.
Oops.
Oh, it's like a Signalis. I like this. Fixed camera. Okay.
Yeah, this seems disturbing. Oh, I don't like that.
There they are.
Well, hand enemies.
There's the
What
Inside
fuck?
Gamesers.
Welcome, Inside Gamesers.
There's the Inside Gamesers. Welcome in, Inside Gamesers.
I don't like the idea of a monster just manhandling me with its giant hand
do like
body.
that idea. I love it.
It's upsetting.
But you see the contrast, right? The organic enemies, the cube-like.
Hi, Inside Gamesers.
Look at this. Who's making that? Section 9. Who's
Welcome
Section
in.
9?
That was a very moody, cool new game. That was
I don't know.
End of
Where's
Abyss,
Half-Life 3,
the
Jeff?
title.
I
Where's
think he
Arc
wore the
Raiders,
shoes
Jeff?
to match the little yellow orbs
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
background.
totally.
It's the one color reference that actually matches.
I like it. Looks good.
It doesn't look good on him. Like, just him
Damn.
by himself.
Get fucking
But
burned.
he's
Wow,
got- he's
I
got
know.
the
I was
blue
like,
of the-
wow.
Okay, so him on stage, yes. There's the yellow there. There's the blue on the globe. He looks like a bee. They're bee shoes.
Here's a quick new look at the game, and
They're a little too
reveal of a
vibrant
familiar
for the
voice.
rest of his suit.
There's something rotten.
Oh, Mouse PI?
Part of Mouseburg.
I booked an appointment to see this game. I'm really excited about this.
Peppers in the house.
There are those who have been
Look,
the city.
this is only going to be good if there's Half-Life 3 or Arc Raiders Shadow Drop. And if there's not, it sucks.
Yeah,
Okay?
Half-Life 3, Bloodborne 2.
They're not going to be Bloodborns or
Bloodborne-y?
Bloodborns 2. That would have been in Sony, and they're not going to do that.
But Jeff has got more pull, right?
Oh, no.
Jeff's got the pull. And that's
I was
it.
supposed to drink for that. Take a sip.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Oh,
a
yeah,
new,
that's
that was
true.
a new trailer.
For Troy Baker. All right.
I look
that's
cute.
not all.
I love
Steph, if you wanna
Troy
walk-
Baker.
Damn, I should have had a shot roll for Troy.
Oh, thank you.
Independent Australian developer. We've been talking to them
Australian?
for a while about this project, which builds on their recent launches of Kill Knight and Age of Darkness. But this
Kill
takes
Knight was
things
really
to a
good.
whole new level. It's a premium real-time strategy game built
Premium.
for PC. Based
Real-time
on
One of my
strategy.
least favorite words in the English language is premium, and I'm tired of hearing it.
Does that mean that you pay for it first and then you get everything?
It makes me so mad every time I hear the premium because I'm always like, it's not premium. They're just charging more.
It's not like you're garbage free to play.
Yeah.
It's premium.
Oh, Game of Thrones!
Is that Kit Harington?
Yeah, I bet it is.
Dude,
That's the Night King, brother.
You may think you know how the game is played.
Oh, he fights the Night King.
a real-time strategy Game of Thrones is like the least appealing thing
I think
ever.
this is King's Road, is it not? We played this.
What?
We played this. Remember,
did
you
we?
and I brought you this thing. We did.
Oh, yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at
we
that.
did do
Lawrence has
that.
played too many video games that sometimes you've got to really remind him.
Well, I said real-time strategy, and that's not the game we played.
Oh, maybe. All right. Well, maybe it's an RTS. I don't know. Why do they make these games 7 years after the season finale? It doesn't make any sense.
Because it's the only thing that got funded.
Because people like IPs.
They do. You're right.
Known
You're right about
IPs.
that.
Is your legacy.
There's a built-in audience. That's why they like it.
Exactly. So, audience, every game that you see in this show only exists because an investor said that will make money and put money behind it.
That's correct.
That's literally it. Now there is the Jeff factor, which is a real thing.
Oh, I love the Jeff factor.
Yeah, occasionally Jeff will like find a game, see a game that he thinks is like crazy valid, and he'll make an exception and like put it in the show. What is it? That weird South Korean shit, where there was all the dancing and it was like a Pokemon style game that you flew around. Damn, what's the name of that?
Oh, I remember what you're talking about.
Thank you, but the title is escaping me. So
Oh no, he's a bad guy.
sometimes you get wild card placement in these shows because Jeff just said, "Yeah, that looks interesting," and
I think because those companies pay a
or
lot
also they
of
just
money.
like throw a check, yeah.
Like a large check, like a...
But let's say that
War
Game of
for
Thrones War for
Westeros.
Westeros got a massive check, and they were just like,
Never
"Jeff,
drink
we
that.
can pay you to get into this
2026!
a real-time
Dang.
strategy game."
Dang!
Very excited for that, guys. I can't wait.
Remember the like 2 years post Warcraft 2 when real-time strategy was a thing?
Yeah.
Everybody,
RPG.
we had Dark Reign, the future of war.
I can't do real-time strategy.
It's a very PC
Mentality
genre, yeah.
which feels like
Everything,
that's
yeah.
why that fits for you to be able to do. I never watched StarCraft until Lawrence made me watch StarCraft.
I put it on in the room.
No,
I didn't make you watch
I feel
it.
like you should. No. You were like, we're gonna put.
Wait, do you not want that?
He needs
No,
to
I'm
eat.
good for now.
You need to eat.
Not yet. Not
Oh
yet.
no, I'm doing
It's two.
okay. I had breakfast. I don't trust that he
Give me that
was
cheeseburger.
eating enough.
I want to eat it.
My answer is maybe they will visit us, but time has not come yet for this.
I will eat before the next thing. I'm good for now.
The dawn of a new era.
Ooh. Why don't I have a lipstick that
Yes.
looks like that?
I was about to say this is very Atomic Heart coded.
2.
Atomic Heart was a real thing. When's the last time that either of you heard the phrase crispy critters? It's been a minute, huh?
At
Whoa.
least a couple months, but not nearly as long as you thought. Or
Is
you
this
would think.
Atomic Heart 2?
Yeah. The
Just-
fuck?
you guys
Dude.
should have had a sequel
Soviet
shot.
weirdness.
They're really willing to go ahead and actually have like, unless like an artist is very specific saying no, a lot of them are like, sure, put it in.
10 years ago.
Oh yeah, it used to be very different. And then you still got the like Jack Whites who were like, don't ever use my music in anything digital. How dare you do
That's
that?
right. Atomic Heart 2 is in active development at Munfish on Unreal Engine 5.
Active
a spiritual
development.
success for the
Unreal
first game
Engine
with
5.
a retro-futuristic world on a global scale, and this time
Global
there's a greater
scale.
emphasis on RPG
Finally.
elements
Wow.
and player freedom. But
Gaming on a
that,
global
believe it or
scale.
not, is not
I've been
all
waiting.
for Munfish today.
I've been in. Oh, another sip. Munfish got something else?
Oh,
Is it recording?
Yeah, it is.
It's
Oh, we're
in the
goofing.
sky,
We're goofing.
a
We're
giant
TikToking.
cube. I can
Oh,
still
the Rubik's
barely
Cube
believe
is
it
rotating.
myself.
That's cool.
When it showed up,
This is what I
was in
thought
the
Halo
lab.
should have been.
I didn't even see
Like, play
it.
Halo on a Rubik's
You know?
Cube where, like,
I
the
felt
world
that
is actually, like,
same fear,
rotating
though.
all the time.
Terrible sense of
I thought
my
Halo
own
Infinite should have been like, oh shit, there's a conflict on the other side of the ring. Launch yourself all the way over there.
No. I want to see his butt.
How did the whole of humanity
Dude, the
miss
plaid
it?
skirt though, plaid miniskirt.
And
A few years too late.
actually miss it? What if the cube didn't
Plaid miniskirts
appear?
never go out of style?
Revealed
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right
they're
about
always
Say that again?
they're always
You're
good.
right, you're right.
there, and we've only just
Oh,
started to see
that
it.
looks like bullet boobs. That looks like that could be a gun, and I'm all for. Why has there been, besides Austin Powers, like tit guns in a game? Why hasn't that happened?
Good question.
Because I want it.
I'm all for the fact that they're making this sexy. I love it. I want it to be more sexy.
Yeah, we're kind of exiting a phase where games makers.
Whoa, flossing.
Yeah, that was extremely waxed.
Somebody had to shave
Love it.
before they left the house, and I don't mean
Yep,
their legs.
They had
Love
to
it.
let all the irritation die down before the photo
They
shoot.
didn't put an oil to make sure there were no
Project for
ingrowns.
Munfish,
Scrub it, yeah.
An MMORPG shooter
Exfoliate
set in the atomic
the
universe
cube.
on a
MMO.
massive levitating cube. You can see there where the edges are constantly rotating to create unique gameplay combinations that are ever evolving.
I love unique gameplay
All right, let's jump
combinations
into
that are
the
ever
Marvel
evolving.
Cosmic Invasion
Bro, that's what I live
universe.
for.
The new retro beat 'em up coming to PC
This
and
is
consoles
cool.
this
I have
holiday with
I have an
multiplayer
appointment to
fun
try
for up
this
to 4
out.
players. You can pick between 15 Marvel characters
Iron
to play, but so
Man.
far
Fif-
only 7
wait,
have been
15
revealed.
Marvel
Well,
characters.
Now it's time to meet the
So
next
like
two.
7 of them are ones you really love, and then the rest are like
Deep
people from
cuts.
like you have to really be into the comics to
The
know, right?
Beetle. Damn. All right. Well, there's She-Hulk, so we're good. Damn, you saw those cheeks though.
Wow.
Remember this game from 25 years ago?
Where's Half-Life 3?
Yeah.
Where's Gaben?
This is like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, it's literally
but with
it.
Marvel.
But they made that game
I need
already.
to-
Oh, but look at the
Go
Venom.
piss, girl.
I do like Venom though.
Venom's fun.
He's got that big tongue. He's like a
Also, Venom very gay coded since Venom 2. Remember the whole scene where he had to tell Tom to be like, go be yourself. He like came out at a whole gay pride event. That was the whole thing in the second Venom movie.
I feel like I don't remember that.
What? No, yeah, it was the whole thing. Yeah, no, Venom was like, I have to be myself, and everybody's like,
You just
yay!
fucking glossed right
And
over
he was
that.
like
I don't.
he was like on the catwalk. No, it was awesome. There was like a whole coming out event.
Oh, I can believe you, but also don't remember it all.
Venom 2 is a fun ass movie. Like Venom 2 is kind of comparable to the Sonic films.
I mean, I do love like Tom Hardy just being
Yeah.
kind of weird and awkward.
A dweeb.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good as like an Eddie Brock. Although comic wise, Eddie Brock was supposed to be like a fucking beef-lord by the end of it, but who cares? Tom Hardy really gets the mumbly. Like,
Yeah, but you can't
Tom
get
Hardy.
like what's that dude in Reacher? You can't. Could you imagine that dude?
Alan Richardson.
I couldn't.
Just wide.
I mean, he's
big
like
man.
he's a fridge, an armoire, if you will,
I
of a
keep
man.
trying to convince Steph to watch Reacher, but she won't have it.
I mean, I'll-
she's too below deck pilled.
Well,
At least
I
we got
can't-
halfway through Andor, but it went right back
We're
to.
gonna. Well, we can watch. You were doing things, and then
Is this a new Onimusha? Oh, okay, and everybody's losing their mind.
because they're getting excited. We'll watch more Andor. We'll finish it.
I like the protagonist of this game. He's supposed to be kind of nebbish and kind of squirrely. Is that an actor I'm supposed to? Okay. They made a new Onimusha! Yay!
That was a new
Aren't you
look
excited?
at Onimusha Way
Yeah,
of
I
the
mean,
Sword,
yeah.
which we announced back in
I
December.
mean, modern
at the TGAs.
Capcom
It is
has
coming
produced nothing
in
but hits. So
2026 and will be
I'm pretty
playable this
excited for
summer
anything
at
they make.
Gamescom.
And if
Now
they want to
let's
remake,
completely switch gears.
do a new
You guys
Onimusha, I'm
all
down with
know
that.
I love my puppets, and this next project.
Yeah, he does.
He loves this
few
pu-
years as a
You know
team
what?
At Sonic
Me
Studios
and Jeff.
using Unreal Engine
Me and
5
Jeff love
to
our
create an
puppets.
insane
We
digital
love
our
engineering
Alf, we love our
pipeline. It's actually a
Muppets,
thing.
our
What you're
Statler
about
and
to see
Waldorf.
is running completely in real time and Unreal. And I cannot wait to
Did I miss
play
any
it.
shot
It's an
rolls?
Unexpected new game announcement.
No, just a couple
that
clips, I
combines
think.
comedic
Do you think he
storytelling
just sings that
and
in the shower?
arcade Fighting
Of course he does. He loves
No.
Muppets.
Jeff stands in the shower in his arms are directly at his side, and he just like stares directly ahead, and his scrubber comes in and washes him down.
Oh, like a robot?
Yeah, while he's in his mind space.
Oh, he's got that shower that has the like 19 heads that you can like power via like control, like, and it's just like, and it's exactly like 97.5 degrees, because he doesn't want it too hot, but he wants it hot enough.
You might want to shake?
No.
You know what? I'm not a person that loves combining booze with like shakes,
milk,
like heavy milk, because then it's like
milk, fats,
Me either.
and sugar.
I haven't had any food, so.
No, you should feel free to keep eating.
I ate before I came, so
I think
I'm on a proper
base.
base.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, you're so suspicious. No, I had at least 400 calories of food.
See, at least 400 You're going to drink. You need to have more than that.
No one understands.
What is this?
No one
What are
understands.
these dirty puppets? What are they? They fighting? They're pugilist puppets?
I like Punch-Out, but that's not this game. Is it a Punch-Out game? I love Punch-Out games.
I thought Summer Game Fest was going to be cool, and it's not.
But
because nobody's got shit to announce right now.
Puppets.
But the audience is loving it, Bruce.
That, right? All right, well, next
Loving
it's time
it.
to see the announcement.
Felt that.
A brand new
It's not.
game.
Felt that.
Deception we trust.
Just like what if we named our game after a TikTok comment section?
An ancient
What?
Then we're bound to be relevant,
Like
right?
the mountains
Riz?
lost
Felt that,
to
brother.
time and land.
Riz, Ohio, got.
Only the chosen find their
I don't
way.
know, I'm old, I don't give a shit.
Gather from
Playing
every
games.
corner of the earth. Divided,
POV, you're playing a game that you like.
wolves,
Stop it.
POV, you just pre-ordered.
perilous
Felt
dance
that.
of wits. A game where truth is but
POV, you beat up a puppet.
That's
Oh.
I'll get to the point. Killer Inn is a murder
I'm gonna need
mystery
another
action
seltz in a
game.
minute.
Oh.
Okay.
Killers lurk
Oh, yeah? I'll get you another one.
in plain sight.
Man, shout out to
Kill
Bruce for
someone,
being the
and a
world's
clue will
best,
remain.
most accommodating host.
Do you
right?
need another seltzer?
No,
Look at
I'm
him,
still
look at him.
making my
Right
way.
now, accommodating.
Yeah.
Diddly diddly dee.
Drinking a Topo Chico.
Lambs win by
BA Caliber. Welcome to the game, my friend. We're gonna talk over all this shit.
Well, if they
better
were
be ready
really,
for it.
if they were really like, if this is trying to be kind of in that weird, what was it? Shit, Ready or Not? Is that the game? Is that the movie?
It's a movie, yeah.
Yeah, that I was like, isn't there another one coming out? This is when you try to like time this game with that.
Oops.
Now the paths to victory
For
are
people who
clear.
love the murder mysteries.
Well, I mean, it's trying to be the like Twitch flavor of the week game.
Strongest weapons in this game of life.
Whoa.
Sorry, that's gonna happen.
Your invitation.
I mean, they've got a decent shot.
Making my way downtown. I'm gonna need another shot here pretty soon because I'm no longer drunk.
This guy needs a shot. I'm sorry for the gastrointestinal distress. When I came over here, I was like, man, I took like, I don't know. I knew I was like half cocked when I came over here.
What does that mean?
I normally have my morning constitution, and it was like,
Oh, I don't.
yeah, I'm trying to be delicate about
That's in
these
the
matters.
box.
Oh, Raiders! Here comes the shadow drop.
Why
Why would they put this in the middle though? Hold on. Why would they put this in the middle?
Because they paid for it. I mean, it's not.
There's no way.
Launch date coming later this year. From Embark Studios, here's
Launch
the world
date?
premiere of the release date trailer for
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Raiders.
Oh, okay. So they're gonna show us a release date. So it has to be today, or else this is stupid, and I hate it.
wonder
This is dumb, and I hate it.
if I could fly into the sky.
No shadow drop. Damn it. They actually kind of blew this because everyone was thinking there was going to be a shadow drop for Arc
A
Raiders.
shadow drop is a terrible idea for a service game. Legitimately, it really is. There's no scenario where that's a good idea.
What didn't Apex?
Except
I
for
was
Apex.
like, Apex did it.
How's Apex doing?
I mean, pretty great. It's been around
I
for
mean,
years.
it's
EA
still
said
alright,
that
but
Apex is slipping.
Well, it's because it made billions of
The
dollars.
launch was good, but also it was an uncontested field when they shadow
At that
dropped.
point, yeah, you're right.
that is true.
Now everybody's got no.
Yeah, but what do you think that they have to do if it's a service game to get people like interested? Is it investing in the world? Is
If
it
I-
investing in the gameplay?
If I properly answered that question for you, it'd be worth $500,000. For real. Like that's what everybody wants to know. And this is exactly what we're seeing right now. It is like testing the market to figure out what the proper marketing strategy is. Multiverse is just shut down after their second launch.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's not a bad game. It just people just didn't give a shit because it was it was decent, but it wasn't good enough. So they're trying to figure this out in the same timeline everyone is. No, shadow dropping is like, if you shadow drop, you know in 24 hours if your entire business is gonna fail.
That's true.
And if they did this now, they would be out of business in like a month. So they're trying to build up. Like, you have to build hype, you have to build awareness.
It worked for Oblivion.
Right, everyone.
So.
A game that had a built-in awareness?
Yeah. People already knew about it, yeah.
Had all the millennial nostalgia?
Congrats
Arc Raiders
to
doesn't have that.
Studios.
No games as a service
All right,
has
Dune
that.
fans,
None.
now
Because
you can finally step onto the
honestly,
world
what the
of
nostalgia
Arrakis
is for
yourself.
games that aren't games
Dune
as service.
Awakening
And
combines
that's what
the survival
Oblivion
and
was.
MMO genres with a
Everybody wants to
thrilling
go back to the
cinematic
past. That's
story.
why, what
It
is
arrives
it?
on
The
PC
confusing
in
brand
just a few
revival is
days
a shot
on
rule.
June
But I don't know if we'll
You can
trip
play it
that.
right
and that's
now
what-
in Steam Advanced Access.
Yeah, we haven't seen that
Here
yet.
is a brand new look.
Wish listing on Steam used to be a shot rule. And maybe I should
Dune. It's Dune. They said October
Moon
30th
Dune?
for Arc Raiders, so that's not too bad.
Again, I'm still like so wondering how much of Dune was because they used Unreal for the filming, and how much they just took from the filming to actually turn it into like
the
assets
game?
into the game.
Wow, I
That's
actually
a
didn't
good
know
point. Yeah, no. Thanks to Steph used to work for the Directors Guild. We were very lucky to watch a screening of Dune, and George Miller came out, and yeah, he said that they used the Unreal Engine to basically set up their shots. So they would scan the desert.
Villeneuve?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Denis
Yeah.
Villeneuve.
Yeah.
Basically, they would scan the desert, and then they would know the landscape, and then they could put virtual cameras around so that Denis would know his backdrop when they shot it.
Cool.
But also even George Miller for Furiosa, like would use Unreal to track these shots for caravan attacks. So he would have the caravan attack going, and he would have his cameras all around it. So he would know which cameras to cut to while the action's going on.
Cool.
To be able to visualize everything and keep the timeline intact. No, it's
Yeah,
super,
especially
super cool.
because they talk about like old days of filming, like you mess up the desert sand, somebody's got to like brush out all of the footprints.
Sand's all back, wait for the sand to blow back the dunes into place. And
Yeah, so that was one way to be able to help that, so that way they could actually film the shots without having to do like, oh, let's film this. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, we've got to do this again and reset up a shot.
And they actually they would use Unreal Engine. They would scan the landscape and say, okay, we can shoot shot 1 this way, shot 2 this way, shot 3 this way, so we can get our 3 takes with the same landscape in the background, and that way we don't film the footsteps in the sand and everything. But they find the spots to shoot based on the virtual scouting of the landscape.
Yeah, so I'm just truly curious how much of the actual film assets that they just went and repurposed to help make this game.
But who would do that? Like, Epic is the only studio that would do that intermediary work, right? Where it's like, they go to the game studio and they're like, hey, guess what? We already have all the dunes mapped out. We have all the assets. All you have to do is put this and make a game out of it. Oh.
It's really fun. I played a bunch of it.
Okay.
Head Start.
I know early access is what they're calling Head Start. It's weird. Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that strange?
You know that's an entire meeting of like 30 executives going, we should really rebrand.
But that means
early access.
But the labeling explicitly puts value on buying in early, right? The Head Start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some explicit FOMO shit. For an MMO about Dune.
Well, it makes sense actually because
that might fold in 2 years.
You get a head start on the MMO because
you get to keep. You actually get to keep everything.
You're ahead of. Oh yeah, you're ahead of what other people are doing.
That shit's messy.
Oh,
that shit's messy.
Doesn't that feel like pay to win?
It absolutely is.
Absolutely is. Yeah, of course it is.
But it's all about what people will accept.
Yep.
And this is something I've been hammering a lot. Value is all semantic. It's all about perception. I don't know. My mind was blown when I read about how Starbucks did what they did. They basically invented a coffee shop that is so different than every other coffee shop you went to that they could charge $6 for a cup of coffee. And it's not coffee, it's Starbucks. So
Excuse me,
therefore,
Starbies.
Starbies. We're Starbayan now.
We don't say the full name anymore. We just say
Sorry.
Starbies.
I didn't know that.
It's
I
still
really
2
didn't.
syllables. It's the same.
Okay.
Whatever.
Where your journey.
You excited about Chrono Odyssey?
I'm enticed that they put Chrono in the name, but that's what they want. Join the playtest. Oh, finally, a man with a cutoff jacket.
But the true lead of the story.
Expedition 33 2.
This is a Genshin-like. The camera's too far back to be a proper single-player game. Yeah, we got combos.
Yeah,
We got
this looks like Expedition 33.
when a dude bounces up above the enemy, and it's like swash with his sword. It's a Genshin game.
And all the women look vaguely sad. They all have longing in their eyes.
They yearn.
That's how you know. That's how you know that's a game for you.
For you, the babes yearn for a nondescript, effeminate man with a midriff jacket.
That's me.
That is you, Bruce.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I wear a midriff jacket every day.
Me too. I flunked out of school. I ain't got no job. Oh, it's Wuthering Waves.
Wuthering Waves.
That could have been a shot, but here we are.
Wait, why?
Because I don't know. I
Because
retired.
he just wants a shot.
No. I'm saying I retired the rule about having a shot
trailer.
for a trailer for
For a game that
an
already
existing
exists,
games
yeah.
of service. I had thought that the from the developers of Blank would be a dead ringer this year, but alas, it is not. Where's Mind's Eye?
Oh yeah, no. I don't even know what that game looks like.
It's coming out the next.
Like, it's almost out.
Yeah, it's in a
Almost
few
out.
days.
Yeah.
That's Mio Memories in Orbit, a stunning new Metroidvania platformer that has a demo on Steam you can play right now as part
Stunning.
of Next Fest.
How many
What
people
you're
do you
about to
think
see next
turn
is a
this off
stop-motion
immediately so
horror
they can go
platformer
play
where
the demo?
everything has been crafted.
Zero.
It's
They
called
all-
I would say
Underworld,
5.
and
They
I'm
all
honored
went
to
and
show
did
to you
it
today.
like while they were watching the video.
Oh,
so,
that's true. They probably on another tab. It's open somewhere else.
Man, Jeff must have had a dynamite meeting with Epic.
handcrafted. Like that milkshake that I just drank from McDonald's.
Yes.
Ah,
It
hand
was-
spun.
Isn't every game handcrafted?
Yes.
It's made by
Yes.
hands, unless it's made by
Unless it's
AI.
made by- well, no other video game you're playing is made by AI. So
I don't know. Played Harold Halibut. It was okay.
I think there were some like weird moments when you were, because I was watching you play it, and I was
Yeah.
like, that doesn't look fun. Like that, it was like, oh, there were some parts that were kind of cute, and then I was like, I don't know about that. I don't think I'd want to play that. But I was like, hey, all right.
That's a classic adventure game, pretty much.
Whoa!
What a really unique and different game.
This
Now
is
his color scheme doesn't work, right?
Somebody
I think it looks good.
on LSD is freaking out right now.
He looks like a
It's
bee.
a gritty mob story set in the brutal underworld of 1900 Sicily.
I'm
Here
only
is the Summer
being
Game Fest
harsh
trailer.
because I know that Jeff puts an undue amount of selection criteria on his shoes.
we should have done the shot roll for like new sneakers, basically. Because
Oh, that's Mafia.
that's the new thing. And instead of blazer and graphic tee, it's sneakers.
That's
Yeah.
how white guys express their
Yeah.
Their fashion.
acumen.
I mean, his suit is tailored.
This-
That's
yeah.
always
It's
nice.
well
It looks
tailored.
great.
It's-
Jeff always looks great.
I just don't think the shoes work.
So are
That's just
these.
me.
So are these men in this game. Look at this.
Yeah. Oh, it's because they're in Italy. I don't know. I've been.
It's Sicily, right? Isn't this supposed to be Sicily?
Oh, that's a whole other story.
It's even more Italian. It's extra Italian
Oh,
because
don't
it's
say
Sicilian.
that. No.
No?
I only inherited a shred of the Italian Sicilian racism from my grandmother.
Wow.
And the worst part is I don't know what side I'm supposed to be on. She didn't tell me. She just.
With the most German last name.
Yeah, I just know that there's some ire there. No, well, also Italians are kind of racist against themselves. So there's the southern Italians, there's like Rome, and there's the northern Italians. That's the whole thing. Italy as a whole country is kind of a new idea in the grand scheme of things.
A new idea. They invented like everything.
Well, certain
Almost
parts
everything.
of Italy did, and they would tell you that.
And who are you, Enzo?
This game looks rad.
You
I'm
get
very
a
into
horse? Wow, that was so quick. I didn't even get to fucking read it.
that guy was a
You
stud.
better pause
Just
that
wait
shit
till
because
you
we're
see
not
this
telling you
next
what
game.
bonuses you get.
Lego Voyages captures the creative
Apparently, the sponsorship
hands-on
value
spirit
didn't
of
include a
classic
writer
Lego
about the
play
amount
and
of
will
time
also
that the
support
QR
a
code has to
friend's
be on
pass,
screen.
Just like Split Fiction.
Lego.
Here's the first
Yeah,
episode.
but
Where's my seltzer? I need this right
ESRB
now.
usually
We're
does
supposed to
that.
be drinking for these.
Yeah,
Dude.
why you guys
A
should
shot
just
for Lego.
Take a shot.
We should have done a shot for Lego.
No, we're not doing a shot for Lego. A shot is Kojima or Gaben, confusing brand revival,
Yeah.
fishing minigame,
No
X
fishing.
devs of Blizzard. I spelled Blizzard wrong, or a video message that can't
Somebody
be a show.
couldn't be there. That's more of a Game Awards thing, honestly, and that's
Like,
my
I'm
bad.
really sorry I can't make
Yeah,
it, but
hey.
here's our video game. Yeah.
I'm so glad that we won an award, and I appreciate all the gamers
I
out
think
there.
you thought that it would be more like people didn't want to have to come out to LA in the summer, and so they wanted to just send a video.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking more like there would be a luminary developer that was like, hey, my game is being debuted at Summer Game Fest.
Lawrence, you can take a shot if you want.
I was the game director of Warcraft 2, and here's my new RTS.
You can
that's
take
gonna
a
fail
shot.
in 2 weeks.
I have vodka right here.
No, I'm sipping. I'm good. Actually,
I mean, I would encourage you to drink, but also you have
Steph,
to
could you
eat.
pass me that cherry limeade THC seltzer, please?
Oh no!
Because guess what? That's water. That's water to an alcohol-laced man. This
Is
might
it really?
This might spew everywhere.
Aren't you gonna get crossfaded?
I'm gonna keep it over my lap
Jesus.
just to be safe. No, we're good.
I make him open those cans because I can't open those
Yeah, I
little
don't-
tabs. Those tabs suck. You're the
Hello,
worst.
Summer Game Fest. I'm
Oh.
Carolyn Lawrence, voice
like these
actor for a
frames.
few
Yeah, I like the
familiar
frames. I
faces
like
the
I've grown
orange.
up with on Nickelodeon.
I like the last
Some
name.
with squirrel suits, thank you. Some with
Oh, this
science
is
smarts,
SpongeBob
and some
game?
with serious attitude. Nickelodeon has always been about wild worlds.
Serious
I like.
and
She's
weird
wearing
characters.
Nickelodeon
And while I
orange,
mostly
which is
swore to
also
see
Yeah.
why
today,
This whole
Disney
ensemble's working.
never uses that
I'm
color.
thrilled to have a hand
that's
in
where all those
revealing
kids
something
got
that brings a
abused,
lot of
right?
those characters together like never before.
did.
Hope
Yes,
you
they did.
enjoy the first
talk
look
about
at
that.
Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny.
I like this dress a lot.
Yeehaw!
She's got a lot of
The
energy.
matching shoes. Okay, everything is there.
Yeah, Nickelodeon
What they
helped
did.
paid for that budget.
That happened,
to
Chad.
make sure
Chips.
that like she had Nickelodeon orange.
And wise and powerful
McTeens
Which-
and the Dice of Yeehaw. Are you
I-
fucking kidding me?
magic powers.
Teens, are you into this? Teens in the chat.
There are no teens in
There
the
were no
chat. They're all 35 years old,
which is fine.
which is fine. Yeah, no, it's great.
I need every member of Gen Alpha in the chat to tell me if this is resonating with you.
There are no
Fucking
teens.
SpongeBob. Who doesn't love SpongeBob? Everybody loves SpongeBob.
This is not a confusing brand revival either.
No.
No. Fairly Odd Parents. I
Yeah,
was
you
like,
saw
I
that.
recognize that wand anywhere.
Wow, these
I love
cards
that.
are
They didn't
going
even
by
give me
so
a fucking
fast.
Cosmo.
I love when people put their ages in chat. It's my favorite.
Okay, for real though, I used to have a.
I love it.
I used to have a picture that somebody, one of my old coworkers, drew for me. That was me getting married to Cosmo. So he was like floating next to me, and I was in a little wedding dress in the
Liza
same
P.
style. It was so cute.
Sorry.
Oh, this is the Overture
The
DLC.
subtitle straight up said Liza P, and that was rad. Yeah, the Liza P. Oh, yeah, it's like the fucking Arctic Attack P. Dude, Liza P is so good. The music that plays when you're in the round table hold, essentially, of Liza P, is a mishmash of a ton of like classical standards, where they like weave in these motifs from these classical songs, and it's so fucking good. Ugh, it gives me chills. This is the most Italian gaming we get. My hopes were all in a no trio.
Have another milkshake.
But that kind of fell
No,
flat.
thank you though. I
It's
appreciate
chocolate.
You want a chocolate
It's
milkshake?
chocolate.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
I like that you're trying. You know what? He should eat a cheeseburger at some point.
I'll eat a cheeseburger at some
Oh
point.
yeah, I have another cheeseburger if you want it. You want it now?
No.
You got it.
I'll wait for it though. I will eat it. I will
Okay,
obligate to consume
we're
calories.
putting this now. You're going to eat at least one cheeseburger.
Yeah,
Okay.
when there's an echo, there's not much we can do about it. You notice nothing, literally nothing changed, so it just happens.
But the more you
It just happens. Sorry,
don't let
guys.
that disincentivize you from complaining about any kind of production aspects.
I mean, there's nothing. We're not going to do anything, but yes,
But
it
you
exists.
should though, as much as vociferous as you can. Look at that jacket. They're beefing out P
That was a big
bit there.
word.
Yes, that's
I
right.
have them in my
Overture is available
brain.
today
I have suppressed them
across
because I
all
grew up in a
platforms
rural
to play, so
area and
enjoy it
people
this
fucking.
weekend. All right.
That was like a 50-cent word. I was real
Publisher
Today.
Serenity Forge, based in Boulder,
I have
Colorado,
genuinely
shared this
faced
game with me a few months back
opposition
with
in my
Neil and
life for
said,
using
Doki
big
Doki
words.
Literature Club meets Silent Hill. That
No!
piqued
Shut
my
the fuck
interest.
up.
I think you might get a kick out of this
Doki
announcement.
Doki
You tell
Literature
him.
Club means Silent Hill.
What?
True
Inspired by
story.
a true story.
What?
I was bullied in real life once, and then I made a game about it.
I need the article so that I can read about this true story.
Shit, I should have said a farming minigame.
I sit at the front
Shit.
of the dinner table like used to be.
Somebody's doing some power washing outside.
Yeah,
You
right?
hear that?
There's some big time
Power
scrubbing
washing.
going on.
My neighbor was like, "Today's the day." Power washing.
It must be interesting to be in the hub of like real estate boom because houses on both sides of you are undergoing constant renovations.
It's because those
That's
people
money,
probably
baby.
own those houses for long enough, have enough equity.
Yeah.
Boom. Now we're gonna make a 4-story mansion.
Find the shotgun. Tend the backyard. So
Is
there's,
this
like, you
this
have
was
an
real?
item
This
slot.
happened? That happened?
What are you pointing at?
The fact that there's like a fucking glowing tree growing out of the ground.
There was a time limit.
That's corruption.
I was like, this happened? This was inspired by real events.
I'm curious about the implication of actual mechanics. What about Silent Hill but a farming game?
I did not see anything nearly as spooky. I mean, a glowing tree and a little bit of like semi-blood things is not a Silent Hill make.
I'm kind of
I need something rustling, shuffling.
Red is blood. Blood is like
I wouldn't recommend
birth.
eating those
I'm
tomatoes.
trying to work with
NC
it.
Soft
Good for
is
you.
expanding its Blade and Soul universe. Let's take a look at the rich
don't
lore
agree
I mean,
with
and
that.
Silent Hill,
action
Silent Hill
of
likes to
Blade and
dive into
Soul
that shit,
Neo,
but
just out
I
on
didn't see
Steam,
anything
and
from
Blade
that
and Soul
game.
Heroes coming soon.
Man, okay. All right.
We're supposed to take drinks for these.
Yeah, we are. You're right.
Yeah, yeah.
Sips.
Is this a games as a service game with an update?
You can get a warlock.
Warlock is a male witch.
Like I said,
I don't see any of that.
Guys, the mics. There's literally nothing we can do.
Is it really like
They have
bleeding over another
nothing
mic?
has changed.
Come on now.
I don't know if you've noticed, but literally nothing has changed.
You know what? There's a chip in the Switch too that'll eliminate that. I learned that in Welcome Tour.
I wish
the
the
$10
I pressed
demo.
the button for echo just so I could see the word echo in the chat.
Bruce, should we play Welcome Tour instead of watching Summer Game Fest?
Oh, that's a great idea.
No, it's not.
Your display doesn't support 4K, so we can't 100% it. I'm sorry. You want to know what the 4K support is for?
What?
Oh, it's mostly me? Come on now. Okay, so all right, I'll tone it back.
There's nothing he can do.
I'll tone it in.
Lawrence has not changed a thing.
I'll tone it in. I lean back when I get loud because I think it's funnier when you're yelling off mic.
That's true.
So it's not like yelling into somebody's ear because
Because
nobody's
it
like
peaks.
sweet yelling.
It peaks. Yeah. But the off mic yell is a proud technique. But if there's other mics in the room, it doesn't quite work.
It's not going to matter because there's nothing we can do.
All right, you know what? I'm going to tone it back. I'm going to reel it in.
You don't need to.
I'm going to tone
I
it
need
back.
you to be drunker and louder.
No, that's okay. 40 years
No,
of
he's
games
gonna get
experience.
high.
No, it's fine.
That's the problem. He's gonna get high
If
and
I
then
get
he's gonna
high,
have
I'll
thoughts.
just get quiet.
No, you're gonna have thoughts.
I'll have
You
mega thoughts, but I can't unpack
You
them.
have deep thoughts.
Oh, it's One Punch Man. He punches once. Anime is great. I don't understand why Steph is continually derisive of anime.
What?
Things like
You're
One
derisive of anime?
I'm not continually
How dare
derisive. I think that there's just sometimes that a universe is too big and there's too many characters, and then sometimes they'll say something and I'll go, what the fuck? And then I go, okay, I can't do this. And then I go back to
That's valid.
Below Deck.
That's totally
This
valid.
is the lady who loved Kingdom Hearts.
I do love Kingdom Hearts.
She loves that
It's
Kingdom
the only
Hearts.
thing.
Kingdom Hearts 4, Sora has normal shoes. How do you feel about that? He's got normal feet.
He's got to have. He should have big feet. He should have. He should have big, large feet. Like he should take them off, and they should
There you
just
go.
be
That's your take.
large, giant, hairy hobbit feet.
Sora's kind of hairless apart from his spikes.
Was that fishing? Did we miss
Was it?
fishing?
Did I see fishing?
I didn't see fishing.
Fuck.
That's cheating.
Fuck! I thought... So, okay. Truth be told, audience. Every year, I try to craft these rules to playfully lampoon the trends in gaming. And I thought we'd see a lot more fishing mini-games. Based on the trend of cozy games, honestly.
We should have put like ladies' butts. We've seen like multiple robot ladies' butts.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm surprised that we've seen ladies' butts. I didn't think that would happen.
No, we're done.
It's
We're done with
coming
the
back.
woke era.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Sex sells. Yep.
Booties on the rise.
Marvel Rivals kind of showed
You
everybody.
want to do a shot for fishing?
Was it actually fishing? Sure.
I feel like
whatever.
I feel like
All right, let me.
I feel like you should.
I'm gonna tee up though. That's my thing. Let me pour a tall glass.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's. Well, that was.
Oh, it was just a
you're not doing a shot?
Brief shot of Witcher. I mean, do you want to like? Is this a? What is fucking happening? Oh.
Unreal has a
This is so weird. Why are they showing like it already happened?
You know why.
Into Unreal Engine.
This is true.
If I were Jeff, I would take Epic's money too. And honestly, the state of Unreal 5.6 was a pretty cool presentation. As like somebody who's watched a fair amount of video game tech demo presentation bullshit, it was pretty alright. It's pretty alright. And it's getting harder and harder to like find any kind of like wonder in game tech.
It's a full shot.
Okay, but I'm also drinking THC.
Yeah, that's not a full shot though. That's not even a shot. It's all right. It's all right, Lawrence. Do your THC.
Sorry, I shoot it already.
Do your THC.
Do you want to?
Here, I'll take your shot, Lawrence.
Steph's gonna take my booze shot.
I'll take your booze shot.
Because she's a good partner. She supports me. Behind
I support
every
you.
strong man is a woman who's taking a shot. All right.
It's a woman who's crying in a corner.
We gotta abuse somebody somewhere along the line.
Really?
That's how Assassin's Creed
No, we're
is
not
made.
abusing
What are we,
anyone.
Ubisoft?
Yeah, right?
We also have to be sober for an event we're going to after this.
Air quotes sober, yeah.
We're going to the James Bond event.
Yeah, the IOI event.
There's a James Bond event?
Yeah, IOI is doing it.
Here,
Man,
put a cap on that.
how does anyone give a shit about fucking Jurassic Park?
These games are good, Lawrence.
Are they?
They actually really are fun. Yeah.
Are we at 3 already?
Dinosaurs. What's your favorite dinosaur?
Man, that's like
Stegosaurus.
asking your favorite Pokemon. Wobbuffet.
What?
Wobbuffet.
What the fuck's that?
It's a Wobbuffet.
What the? That's not a dinosaur. I don't believe
What are
you.
you talking about?
I'm
It's
Celia
always made
from
up.
Yacht Club Games.
They just saw some fucking bones in the ground and made up a dinosaur.
10 years ago,
Wobbuffet.
we broke new ground with our first game, Shovel Knight.
Fuck yeah, Shovel Knight.
Today,
Wobbuffet.
I'm
Wobbuffet?
thrilled to share
Where?
a
What?
premiere look at our next IP, Mina the Hollow.
Whoa!
Mina continues our traditions of refining retro gameplay for a new generation. It's a bone-chilling adventure that blends intense
Bone-chilling.
combat, free roaming exploration.
You can't
and
chill my
precise
bones.
platforming.
My bones are unchillable.
As Mina, a whip-wielding
I dare you,
follower,
game
will
developer.
burrow through danger and
Chill my
unravel the
bones.
mysteries of a cursed island.
Huh?
A decade ago,
Yeah, let me
we
tell you,
unearthed the
platform-
groundbreaking legend.
Platform sandally shoes are back in.
Look at the way she's sideways. Like she's like.
You want to jump on some
Cause
platforms?
she's got to like.
Talking
wanna
like
collect
this.
some
Can't
orbs?
like look. She's got to be. That's her side.
Oh man, nice.
I love this side. Show me
know.
from this side.
There, you know, everybody has a good side and a bad side, unless you're perfectly symmetrical, which most people are not.
Yeah, everything's just a little off. So it's always like always film me from this angle
But
and above, and with a little bit of Vaseline on the lens.
little known fact about me:
What?
every shot of me on camera is the bad side. There is no good side. Yeah, that's right.
The one man.
I don't believe that.
I've never seen a good side of Bruce.
No, that is not true.
He saves it for real life. Yeah.
You are not giving yourself nearly enough credit.
Oh, thanks, Steph. That's not. I wasn't fishing for compliments.
No,
That's really
this
how I
is true.
feel.
No, you have to raise the self-esteem. We are here for this. We're here to support
I'm
and
into
raise
that,
up.
I think.
All right.
I support that.
Me
This is a
up.
special one. Our next game
Oh, this
comes from
one's
a
special.
well-known developer that has done.
Well-known developer. We got a
Uh-oh.
bit.
That was Kyle.
Yeah.
We got a
That
bit.
was Kyle Bosman.
Imagine being Kyle when you used to have a whole like Razor Schickman bit, and now you're just reduced to.
I miss the Schick man.
Kyle's great.
Kyle's great.
He's
Hey,
great.
Jeffy, if You're reading
Overcooked
this,
3.
it means 3 things. Number 1,
Now the shoes
you're killing it at
match.
the fest with your oodles of totally natural charisma. Debatable. B, I'm at your house playing long darts with the fam. And
Dude,
3,
how much money did this cost?
you're going to do me a solid and skip that Silk Song trailer so you can pimp my revolutionary
Silk Song trailer. Skip that Silk Song trailer.
A wet one on the lips.
But Deltarune 3 and 4 is out now on Switch too. There's a Deadpool there and everything.
Deadpool world premiere.
A Jeff Pool.
Jeff Pool?
That's what it said.
Ooh.
There's a Jeff Pool right there. Damn, bro. Damn!
Everybody wants a VR Deadpool game.
Boy, do I hope that Kyle Bosman got a fat fucking VR meta payout.
That makes so much sense.
Everybody wants a VR. Oh, you bet they do.
Enjoy that money about depriving people from their housing. Cambridge Analytica, who cares? The cash is here.
I love that they're like, you know what's gonna be cool? A Deadpool game. And I was like, all right, yeah, Deadpool game. VR. Get fucked.
Pop Satan.
Oh, chat, just so you know, I've turned down multiple sponsorship opportunities from Meta because fuck Meta and fuck Facebook.
Nice, Lawrence, get him.
I'm just saying.
I was like, we could have had money.
We get money from other things.
God damn it.
But also, I don't know. I'm allowed to talk shit because I have actively said no to money because of that fucking company. So they can eat shit and so can Jeff. Sorry. But this, cool.
No, this makes it, they had like...
Twisted Pixel, I like them, but it kind of sucks that they're resorting to VR to stay in business.
I mean, everybody, like, there are a lot of developers that are having to do this, so...
They're trying very, very hard. There was a whole Meta Quest and the Meta...
Neil Patrick Harris is Deadpool?
What? Is that what that said?
Yeah, instead of Ryan Reynolds is NPH?
That kind of makes sense, I guess.
Kyle Crane is back as
Ryan Reynolds doesn't get out of bed for at least $2 million.
I mean, way more than that.
Let's take a look at the latest trailer with some big news, the release date.
Oh.
Is that PUBG? It looks like PUBG, but I could be
Please
wrong.
don't be PUBG. Please don't be PUBG. Is this PUBG?
Or is
PUBG
this
doesn't look this good.
State of Decay or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
State of Techland's Dying Light.
Oh, Dying Light, okay.
The Beast.
One of the 3 major Polish companies.
Yep. Techland, CD Projekt, and...
Rebel Wolves.
Rebel Wolves, that's the one. That's a new one, yeah.
Which is mostly CDPR folks that left.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it's all CDPR expats.
That's pretty
This
much
looks
it.
really cool, though. This looks like the tech looks good. Man, the Polish are good at math, huh? Look at this.
Oh my gosh, Blade 2 mouth.
It's because they don't go outside. They get sad. It's gray.
Yeah.
And I say this as a person who worked for a Polish company, and that constantly that was the thing.
This is one of those things where I feel like the Polish culture and the Texan culture overlaps very significantly. I mean,
Depression?
Well, yes, literally yes, but also I think there's like a significant immigrant culture into Texas about the Polish. There was Czech Stop, which was
the Czech, yeah, where you could get
kolaches.
kolaches.
Yeah, for sure.
I've definitely been to Czech Stop.
But there's a certain kind of like Eastern European depression that is also kind of resident in Texas. I feel like I get it to some degree. Oh, I like that flip of the shotgun. That was a cool animation.
Is this Dying Light? Yeah, Dying Light is super fun.
This is a new
fun.
game.
Good game.
Yeah.
All right. Something to keep you busy in that end of summertime.
I tried to get an appointment for this, but they were all booked up. Womp womp.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They didn't like you. They said no.
No,
They saw your name, they went, nah.
I didn't lay down my Texas/Polish culture ethos in the email, and they said no.
There's the big news.
Poland is a fun country
August 22nd,
to a degree.
Gamescom.
You can
The
drink.
zloty is like play money.
Yes.
Because
It's
the
monopoly
American
money.
dollar to the zloty is like nothing.
Go to Poland if you want to drink, because you can tour the.
Well, I never got to take you to the vodka museum.
This is your exclusive
There's a vodka museum?
Yeah, I went to when I got my offer from CD Projekt, I went to the vodka museum and I got trashed, and it only cost me $30 American.
That's amazing.
God bless.
I've got
I mean, we went to a very fine craft cocktail place in Poland.
Yeah, and it was like $50 for you and I to get super trashed.
For a whole evening.
That's also the bar, that particular bar invented the Johnny Silverhand cocktail. And it's still on the menu.
It's not the greatest cocktail, I'm not gonna lie, but it also fits for Johnny. He's not a craft drinker. He drinks for effect.
That's true.
Yeah.
Guys, there's 50 minutes left. 50 minutes left.
No.
Shut the fuck up.
50 minutes left.
No.
There's no fucking way.
Until we get Half-Life 3.
No, I don't believe. See, look at this. The only way that you can TP a house now is in a fucking video game. Can't do that shit now for real.
Well,
Joy Division, Devo,
What? Devo,
Portishead.
What?
All these
What?
amazing bands that nobody's popular
Sushi?
anymore.
What the fuck?
Jesus and Mary Chain, nobody cares
Holy
about.
Shit.
I can't wait.
that was straight up at like Tony Hawk 1 level.
This is made for people that are my age.
Millennials, yeah. This is a millennial game.
You know what's worse?
God damn it.
I know it's catered for me, and I
so
still don't
old.
care because I'm like, I don't give a shit. These bands were popular 30 years ago.
But it's what everybody in the studio loves. It's the people who made the decisions to. Also, you can.
It turns out they're wrong.
You can license those tracks way cheaper now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's,
yes,
yeah.
Of course.
You think you could get fucking Pink Pony Club up in this bitch like for like $10K? No, that's not happening. Jesus and the
Pony
Mary
Club, they're
Chain,
doing
though.
it for $200 a fucking pop. That's a band no one's ever heard of. Damn, I'm from that era, and I don't give a shit.
I wouldn't pay anything to see Pink Pony Club.
Pink Pony Club.
You're gonna play
They have to
mixtape
pay
or
me to
whatever.
get up there. Yeah.
I just want to be young again.
Do you want to be young again? Do you actually want to be young
That's
again?
why everyone's watching the showcase. We want video games to return us to our youth. Tony Hawk 3 and 4 is the best shot we got. Yeah, we need Expedition 34. We need Final Fantasy 7 2, which they already made. But
No.
make it again.
I know Silverchair. Come on,
Hey.
Oh my god.
come on, guys.
Oh my god, I haven't thought about Silverchair in way too long.
Silverchair.
Wait, you know that I'm gonna go to the Best Friends concert in Vegas, and Jimmy Eat World is one of the headlining
good band.
bands, along
Thank you,
with
Bruce.
Minus
That's a good
the
band.
Bear, and I'm very, very
Jimmy Eat World
excited
is
about.
Minus the Bear's fine. Yeah.
Absolutely solid.
Yeah, Jimmy World's. I want to say like not as popular as they were, obviously, but they're still a good band.
Bleed
But
American is still like a top 20 album
Yeah,
all
it's
time.
great
Beautiful
For
game.
real.
That was the global announcement of
But I do
Toa,
realize
a
though
new
that I was like,
roguelike from
everybody's
Bandai
knees
Namco
are bad
developed
here.
Brownies.
Yeah.
Like when I go to like the Best
Yeah.
Friends Festival, I'm like, we all want a couch, we all want to sit down.
Ain't no mosh pits at punk rock bowling these days. And I was looking for one. I had enough drinks to pile my way in.
I can't believe you guys missed out when they kicked out that Nazi. What a great time.
Wish.
But what performance was that during? It must have been some
Some punk rock
like
bullshit.
C tier. I don't know. I missed the days when I bled during the Mariachi El Bronx.
Yo, that was you. No. We saw the Bronx.
That was just El Bronx.
The Bronx.
Yeah, the Bronx.
And I was like, give me your wallet and everything else because I did not trust that
wanna
you
take
were
them out
not
of your
going to lose
pockets.
it. Yeah.
You definitely don't want to take.
I was like, give me your
Oh, he's wearing a
glasses. Give me
cyberpunk
everything.
jacket. Look at that. That's cool.
Oh.
Oh, you're right.
I like that. I like the leg kick.
Like, it kind of looks like a cyberpunk jacket.
It's like Sifu. Yeah, he's got the demon logo on it.
It was like a skull.
Yeah, you're right. It's not quite. It's not quite
Not
the
quite
same
the
thing.
samurai.
Yeah. Okay.
Although, you know what? I like kicking the shit out of people in video games.
It's fun.
I'm all right with that.
That's
Me
really
too.
fun.
I'm excited.
Oh, with a bat?
I have an appointment to see Spine. I'm very excited about that game.
Spine?
Yeah, it's like a. They got that composer from did the John Wick films, or at least did some of the tracks in them, and then. No, I'm good.
I'm still okay. Thank you, though. I appreciate.
Yeah.
Okay. Rad. Okay, sure. Okay. Yep.
I don't know. It's just a game where you just kick the shit out of everybody. Oh, that was just a throat punch.
You bet it was. That's how you stop people.
Like
And then the mocap stuff looked pretty good.
Amazing what
Throat
this solo
punches
devs can do tonight. Now it is time
that's
for
the
the
devil's
reveal of the
game.
next
Where were
game
the
from
claps?
Montreal-based
You don't want to catch your chin on your way in.
I think Jeff was waiting for the claps, and he's like, looks amazing.
That trailer was better than the fucking
more than a decade
everything else. That was like some gameplay shit. Somebody's getting fucked up. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What?
No, it's something stupid that nobody cares about.
It's Ninja Turtles.
I'm gonna drink for this.
The vegans. I still don't think vegans have a better representation than they did in Scott Pilgrim.
That was probably the only.
Was that Brandon Routh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only good. Oh, see, there it is.
No, for fucking real?
People.
Why didn't I have brand integration as a fucking shot?
Is this a brand revival?
I feel like this is a brand revival.
It already got revived.
I would
a couple
count this
times.
as a brand revival.
Oh yeah, you know what? Lawrence is right. It actually did get revived on Netflix.
Yeah, there was a show. There was a.
But I'll do it again. If you want to do a shot, I'll do it again.
I'll do a shot. Yeah, no, that's fitting.
There you go.
Dude, to be. I was there, bro. I was there buying the fucking manga from Brian Lee O'Malley. Imagine being me and buying the finale to Scott Pilgrim.
Comic shop.
I was there.
Lawrence, let me ask you
I
this.
ordered it via Amazon.
Did you pay for movie tickets to see the movie in theaters?
I did. The movie was rad.
So did I, yeah.
The movie was fucking awesome.
The movie is still one of my favorite movies of all time.
The movie fixed the ending because Brian Lee O'Malley got fucking. Oh, that'll be mine. Brian Lee O'Malley got fucking Kingdom Hearts brain where he thought that like
hold that for you.
The story had to be so epic that nobody could understand it.
Give me that. Give me that.
And it was all like metaversy.
It's wet. It's right there. You can buy the mouse.
Oh well, we gotta pour more shots.
Oh, I'll pour.
In the streets of my hometown of Toronto.
That's yours because it's got the Stephanie lipstick on it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. This makes sense. Of course, Jeff is all about the Canadian pride.
The way you said.
Don't give it to Bruce.
I'm sorry. I love you, Jeff.
I was like, he shouldn't have my
Jeff
lipstick.
worked so hard for these shows. I didn't mean to.
Evil Village.
The denigration was for comedic effect.
Do you think when he like drives home, he listens to like the Pointers? I work hard
Jeff
for
is
the
Canadian.
money.
He listens to South Montreal.
So hard for the money.
We've slashed the
Oh, this is a lot of shot.
Do you wanna, Steph? Do you wanna?
No, I'm not going to take another shot.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Well, we'll leave that there then.
although I feel like I could probably do it myself.
Yeah.
Oh, can you hand me the lid though, or the topper?
Oh, they got
Thank you.
the voice actor. I love this stuff. I'm all about more like, okay, well, booking right into a game as a service trailer.
Holy shit!
I'm all about more visibility for the performers. You know what's weird about? Okay, so Call of Duty Infinite
Will you hand me
Warfare.
that bottle of water?
Oh, yeah.
And also one of those 5 hour energies.
You want a gamer shot?
Oh shit! you're gonna
Gamer
have a
shot!
All right, wait. So
Guys.
there's
I have an important
Apple
gamer take.
Bash,
I know. I can't wait for the gamer take. Go right ahead.
Rocket
Call of Duty
Raspberry,
Infinite Warfare is really important.
Ultimate
because
Citrus.
It's the.
I'm gonna give you Apple Bash.
Hold on, I gotta wait for Bruce to stop laughing.
Apple Bash.
Hold on a minute.
All right.
We'll give him the Apple Bash gamer shot.
Go ahead.
Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is legitimately the first game that had the performer's likeness be their actual performer. And so maybe I'm reading a bit much into this, but I feel like it's an active attempt to boost the profile of those performers. Laura Bailey looks like Laura
You mean like
Bailey.
Kevin Spacey?
Well, that was
he's Advanced
a
Warfare.
previous COD. That was Advanced Warfare.
We don't talk about that one.
Which Troy Baker was
I
also
talk about
in.
it every week.
Because it's a great Call of Duty. I'm sorry, Kevin. But also...
So he's back. Don't worry about it.
But hey, what is it? He was in fucking Baby Driver, directed by the guy who also did Scott Pilgrim, so it's all connected. Anyway, no, Advanced Warfare was a really interesting game. Like, the story is kind of bad. Why is somebody pissing on a steak? Anyway,
shit hard.
one of the this might get a little sentimental, but one of the turning points in my career and my work trajectory was Bruce making a concentrated effort to get people that weren't talent on screen because they gave them clout, it gave them leverage, it gave them awareness.
Mind's Eye.
Here
There
we
you
go.
go.
But also because it was good. You were good. That's all. That's all it boiled down to. You were good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There was a potential there, and to your credit, you recognized it. But no, Infinite Warfare as a Call of Duty game, I think is very important for trying to boost the awareness, clout, and visibility of its performers. And no other game has done that. There are other games that have converged their protagonists to look like their performers. Spider-Man, I think, is a big example of that.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think that's more of a logistic thing. They did that after the fact because it's easier to map the performance onto a video game character when the facial structure matches.
Right.
But Infinite Warfare was way ahead of that. And I take that to be it's like an intent. They wanted to boost the clout of the performers that were in that game. And that's a pretty big deal. Also, Infinite Warfare fucking rules.
I wonder if they were doing that to boost the cloud, or if they were just like, it's easier. They're just like, we don't have to pay them.
Maybe.
So fuck it. Like, let's just make it easier on the motion capture by just capturing them.
Could be. Could be. You could be right about that. If that's the case, then Infinite Warfare learned that lesson like 4 years before other games did, and I think it deserves credit for that too. But
I put one of those.
Wow! Look at that.
Those gamer shots. Oh, Hitman cross Mind's Eye.
I can't wait to
Hitman
assassinate.
X Mind's Eye. Pardon me.
Can't wait to assassinate.
Is it Hitman Cross Mind's Eye or Hitman X
We
Mind's
can't
Eye?
wait for you to discover Mind's Eye when it launches on June the 10th.
Dude, I'm excited about Mind's Eye.
Build a Rocket Boy.
Look at that eye. Yeah, they use backwards. You see that? It's like,
whoa, like Toys R Us.
It's like you're looking in the mirror.
It's like Toys R Us.
It's like
the Toys R Us logo.
Backwards, Toss.
It's like my eyes are crossed.
This week.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, there you go. This is where you guys are going?
Yay.
Yeah, we are.
After this,
we're gonna be wasted.
This week we finally revealed.
Don't tell anybody.
Come stumble in.
Don't tell anybody.
Excuse me, do you have any James Bond?
It's coming in 2026.
I just whiskey.
Yeah.
I mean James Bond.
No,
James Bond
he
doesn't
just
drink
got-
whiskey. Are you fucking
No,
kidding me?
his
drinks
Vesper.
Yeah.
Wait, does he drink vodka?
Who is
Yes. He's a child of the
Oh, yeah.
60s.
Yeah,
He
you're
drinks
right.
Stolichnaya vodka.
Good for him.
But also, yes, he drinks the Vesper after
Shaken, not stirred, but I wasn't sure what is shaken, not stirred.
it's
is
the
the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre,
Bruce, you're biting off the whole
financial
thing.
master.
Drink culture is all fucked.
So wait.
Oh, Le Chiffre! They got Le Chiffre!
Mads Mikkelsen.
He's gonna be
Mads.
crying bloody tears.
Big Mads. You know, when we went to Italy, I made Lawrence go to the James
Made
Bond
me.
bar.
Made me.
It was so good.
Like I wasn't prepared and willing and ready.
It was.
They have the
They have
Zephyr on the menu.
gondolas that fucking come up to the side of the hotel you can get out of, and I was like, "No way! This is the greatest
you can
thing
arrive via
ever."
dock. You can arrive via aquatic dock.
Yeah, it's quite beautiful, and I was like, "Hell yes!"
That last round almost killed me. Dude, Casino Royale is the perfect Bond movie.
It really is. It's an amazing movie.
Genuinely nothing wrong with it. Featuring award-winning actor Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, but he's also in Death Stranding 2 or Death Stranding.
No, he's in Death Stranding 1.
But he
Did
doesn't
they die in
have
Death
to put that
Stranding?
on.
Spoiler?
In a very unexpected way.
Spoiler?
He died before Death Stranding, yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's the death that was
Death
stranded.
Stranding?
He was the dad of BB. He was the dad of Lou.
So he
How
died?
do you not know this?
I don't know. I
Bruce?
played 10 hours of it 5 years ago.
You connect your umbilical and you talk to your surrogate dad.
Shut up.
Is he the baby? I was like, is Matt's the baby?
He's not the baby. He's the dad of the baby. Oh my
Shut
God.
up.
He sacrificed himself to save BB. We all know this.
Oh, do we?
Wait, who's that?
I just wanted to be the BB now.
Oh, yes! There he is!
Look at him. Wow, he's fucking silver foxing.
I've actually
Look
heard
at
that.
shit.
I've heard that Mads is like the coolest dude in the world. Like he just like chills.
Mads, you
Oh,
are
because he's like Swedish. He saunas.
Yeah, he just loved to fucking chill.
He chills, he acts, he goes
love
in.
it.
That man belongs on a
Sweats.
yacht.
This is,
Let's
I've
be
always had a
real.
deep
He's a
love
yacht
for this
man.
Yeah, he's a
character.
yacht man.
It's a
He's
role that
like
means a lot to
sitting
me
in a
because of
lounge
lot of
chair and
reasons.
people
So
are just
when
bringing
Haggard
him
gave me the chance to
cocktails.
step into the shoots of
Love you,
Le
Mads.
Chiffre once again, I did not
Dude, Le
hesitate
Chiffre's,
for 1 second.
Le Chiffre's portrayal
But this
in
time is a little
Casino
different.
is the
He's more
best.
confident. He's dangerous.
I was like, Chad is
He's
saying
not
he's
just a
Danish.
brilliant mind hiding
Oh,
behind a
sorry.
desk. He's
They still probably sound
visceral,
on Dana.
Who cares?
unpredictable, and
Close enough. All the same thing.
Yeah, let's
Did you
just
see the
say this
commentary
time
from
he doesn't
the
outsource
director?
violence anymore.
Blanking on it. Same guy did The Foreigner.
Martin Campbell?
Yeah, Martin Campbell. Apparently he and
So this mission is set
Bond
in,
were getting
in
pretty
a
loose
casino in Paris.
in, like shots,
We want
and
to
the
make
director
an
come and be like,
homage
"Guys,
to
it's a Bond movie.
Casino
Stop being
Royale,
so gay."
while keeping
Oh
some
yeah, that's so nice.
That should never, if anything,
different set of
you should get
skills,
direction
and
to
the
make it
mission
more
will be
gay.
handled
Well, that's the fun
very
part about
differently.
Skyfall is that it
Sorry,
got a little
guys.
gay.
Swedish and Danish people, they're the same.
I'm sorry, Europe.
Just like you think that people from California and people from Alabama are the same, they're the same.
Yeah. Widespread of land.
Sorry.
Now, okay, I admit, I would take offense.
I would not take offense. I love people from Alabama.
No,
People from Texas.
I love people from everywhere.
I don't give a
Also,
shit.
I do not sound like I come from Alabama.
No, that's because you and I were born in the valley. So.
Yeah, we're valley kids.
But if somebody said we sounded like people from the South, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Fuck you. Yes, we do. You're right. We're all American. So get fucked.
America's a big place.
It's a big place with a lot of people, and it doesn't matter. We're all the same.
I'm still gonna say all time.
Excuse me, I'm a human.
We're all the same people.
All-time Bond villain. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Amazing. All right.
Mission Impossible 3.
Yeah,
Damn.
but not in Bond.
But not in Bond.
But
The
he's
ultimate
embodying the role, right?
action hero villain.
Dude had like
Action
45 seconds of screen time to be villainous, and
He nailed it. Yeah, he nailed it.
hit it harder than anyone.
Also, how sad that like Rami Malek.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he was.
No
I
Time to
was
Die wasted.
excited that he was going to be a villain because he's so kind of weird. I was like, oh, see, oh my
His screen
god.
time was great. How would you like? Fuck me. So many seconds wasted on Bond being sad and not Rami Malek being weird.
Yeah, he should have been weird and evil. More of the like, come into my garden, but don't touch everything because it's poisonous.
So weird, dude.
He's great.
He's so weird.
He was born to be the perfect Bond villain. But it's like, I don't know, it's a screen time problem. I almost feel like with No Time to Die, Rami must have had like another scene. I hope that was like cut out.
Do you need another seltzer?
Are you good for now? Thank you, though.
I feel like I do.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, thank you very much.
With surprises around every corner.
Then I'll take another.
Anything.
I don't know. Screen Menace is so fascinating to me. What is it? What Jobot said? It was like you have to be an accomplished actor to be so sleazy, so consistently.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's something along those lines. Which also, if the world doesn't know about Joe Bob Briggs, they should know about Joe Bob Briggs.
An accomplished film critique. Yeah.
a lot of absolute trash, but in
you
a
have to consume
beautiful,
trash
beautiful
to know what
way.
art is.
I agree. I agree.
right,
I feel
next,
like
a
you
new
got to
look
watch
at
a lot
new
of
team
garbage
shooter from
to
Dreamhaven and
understand
Moonshot
what
Games.
is also
20 players
good. But then
across
also
5 ships venturing
appreciate
into the most
some of the
treacherous regions
garbage
of
for
space,
exactly what it's
hoping to get
trying
their
to
hands
deliver.
on the
Well,
artifact.
there's moments of
The game is
incidental
called Wild Man,
brilliance
and
in
the open
garbage.
beta
I
starts
feel like
next
that's
week through
the
Steam
big
Next
thing.
Fest.
I'm just
We're
really
also
hoping
very
that,
happy
like,
to announce
Lawrence, you've
the
got
game
like
will
another
launch on
20
July
years,
24th
and that
for
eventually
PC,
you're just going to turn into
PlayStation
Joe
5,
Bob
and
Briggs.
Xbox. Let's
And
see
I'm
what it
okay with
means
that.
to get into
You come
some
out with a
serious-
bolo tie and
Yeah,
you just
big
want to
hat.
like talk about the like.
I could rant about games for days.
Let me tell you about whatever's going on with this thing, and then I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm good with it. I love it.
Let's throw it to the countdown. We got 2 body counts.
How many boobies?
Yeah. Oh, the Dreamhaven game.
No.
It's time for Mike Morheim to recreate his magic so that he can book Train for another personal concert. Thank you. Cheers.
I'm like, do I want to share that story.
What's the harm in it? What harm could it do, Steph?
When I was
It's our
working
collective
at
viewership
Blizzard,
of hundreds.
when Mike Morheim was retiring and Train was gonna play BlizzCon that year, and the first thing that I wrote when me and my best friend we had to do like comms and all of that stuff, and they were like, oh, we're gonna be announcing that like Mike's retiring, and I was like, does that mean we have to have Train at BlizzCon?
Yes, it does.
That was my first response.
Yes, it does. Dude, pinnacle white guy energy. Fuck yeah.
He plays it in his house.
I've
never been to his house, but I know someone who has. And she said that they played it in his house.
Dude, when I step away from Law Dog Productions LLC,
right after the show.
I will mandate that 311 plays. And I'll walk away. I'll be taking shots out the door. Exactly.
No, it's not.
No, not yet. Sorry.
Nope.
Guacamelee is back.
Oh.
Drinkbox is still in business. We love that.
That doesn't count as a brand revival, by the way.
No, it doesn't. Unless it's Guacamelee 4? 3?
No, it doesn't count.
3.
I used to know the art director for Guacamelee.
It's a great game.
This show has been buns.
We played that.
It has.
Like second date, basically. Yeah.
You're right. It's been buns, chat.
It's been buns.
It has been buns.
Yeah, it's been buns.
It's not been much.
It's been buns. Here's the thing, video gamers.
Spreading this blight.
The tech boom is over. Adjust your expectations downwards. Look for interesting ideas, but not like entirely new games that are going to revolutionize your entire brain. That shit's done.
That's true.
We've washed it out. We got all the money. All the tech people are gone.
It's gonna take a couple years before.
Yeah, there's like another leap.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's
Well,
any
because
leap
right
left.
now everybody's kind of like trying to figure out how to maximize AI in creating like
Because that's
games.
where the
So
money
AI,
is.
AI is where the money is right now. And like, if you
tech
try to bring up ideas that don't have either, well, we use AI for this, or we're doing new disruptive things with AI, then a lot of people are not going to get money. Although this is also why you're seeing so many like gaming companies all kind of coming together and like.
They partnered with the new
Basically, it's like
Powerhouse
Voltrons.
label
They're
to
all
bring
like
this
five
insane
companies
Unreal
coming
Engine 5
together,
game to life
and
with unpredictable
that's just kind of
monsters
it.
and visceral
Again, established IPs. That's what people are looking for. They want to know that there's a built-in audience before they're going to put money behind something.
You're right. Jeff, this sucks.
Well, that's the only thing that draws an audience.
This sucks, Jeff.
Yeah. What's he gonna do?
I was told Half-Life 3 was happening today.
Gabe's yacht.
I was told.
Well, I was like, who told you? Was it in a Reddit thread?
I was told Arc Raiders was shadow dropping today, and they were wrong.
No, they're wrong.
It's October 30th.
I like this. What is this?
Looks spooky. Looks fucked up.
Spooky. Yeah, the game's environment has been the beneficiary of being like a financial swell. That swell is over. So it's like
what we need to figure out is how to get the Hollywood money to help fund specific gaming things.
the Hollywood money isn't even funding Hollywood.
It's true.
Anymore.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So
Well, but they're looking for gaming IPs. That's now what Hollywood is looking for. So now I'm wondering if there's going to be some sort of weird, like, snake eating its tail symbiotic thing of being like, well, help us publish this, like, game on Netflix games, and, you know, you'll be able to make, like, this giant IP thing.
I guess, yeah, the
I mean, this
Minecraft
looks
movie's
spooky.
pretty
This
good.
looks Russian. This looks like somebody has had... Somebody's been exposed to some sort of nuclear thing, and it's like...
You can kick babies.
Been
I'm into this.
deeply crazy.
I can break it. I think is maybe a shadow drop today. People are saying there might be a shadow drop.
Anticipated shooters.
Do not shadow drop a game's service.
Mecha Break is also super fun.
Good.
Lawrence and I have played a bunch.
It's good. Good is not enough.
We have very much enjoyed it.
Good is not enough. I'm sorry. Don't shadow drop. Don't do it.
As a top wish-listed
Don't
game,
do it.
players are
If you can't build hype, I'm sorry. Your project's dead. Shadow dropping won't work.
Get him, Lawrence.
It doesn't mean your game is bad. It doesn't mean that anyone did a bad job. It's so competitive. If you shadow drop, you're gonna die. I'm sorry.
But so like the thing is like so many companies shadow drop because they don't have enough money to try to do a longer
that's true.
marketing campaign. Because how are you going to break through all of the noise
Right.
over months to get people
Well,
invested?
the shadow drop actually does break through that noise, but for like a day or two.
For a
Yeah.
minute. For a minute. If you want a minute of success and you have a game plan to
Right.
execute on that, which no one does. Absolutely no one does. You might think you do, but who can? Among Us might be the most recent and powerful example of a game that had momentary success and like really stretched it out.
But that game had been out for a couple of years. So
Yeah.
it had been out for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden it got picked up by streamers. So
They got a hot trailer with a song.
dude, Mecha Break is super fun.
Mecha Break is a good game.
I have played a good amount of this, and it's
Certified good game.
genuinely very good.
I'm just saying from the business aspect. Being fun is not enough. And that's fucked, man.
If they're lean enough, they'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they
That's
have
the
20
thing.
devs.
If
which they don't.
they're not bloated or they're not like hiring 900 people to do
A
5
Netflix
tasks.
integration. and-
Yeah, like then
Yeah.
that's where you've got to. It's hard
Hopefully-
because so many companies don't want to allow like any game to build any audience because they're just like, oh, it didn't make this much. All right, well, we're killing it.
Yeah.
That's a good trailer.
Fun.
I like the music. I don't know. Pretty rad. When it comes to pre-produced trailers, though, I go back to Marathon. That game had a
July 1st
certified barn burner.
Oh, yeah, it did. Yeah.
Cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
In this next title,
What did that buy them?
small-scale players traverse the oversized world
people being
around
shitty.
them,
Yeah.
filled with local wildlife and hostile machines. Built by a small 8-person studio, this is Infinitesimals.
Infinitesimals?
Infinitesimals? I think it's infinitesimals.
But it's not final.
Repeating, of course.
Did not expect to see this.
John Final? Am I the crab or am I the...
You're the
You don't know what.
alien. Come
Okay.
on, dude. You're the
All right.
alien, brother.
Sorry, I'm the alien.
Come on, dude. Get your shit together.
I gotta swig more THC, my
Yeah,
bad.
if you're the fucking alien, you're the Concorde man.
That was a plane with legs?
These are all Concorde people. They've moved the Concorde into infinitesimals.
Oh, I can't wait to be trash can. I want to be small. I like this.
Well, you get to be small. There you
Yeah.
They can be tiny.
I'm into this. Shrink me
I
down.
would. You're a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kind of person.
I just want the woes of the world to not apply to me. And if I get really small...
Bullshit. But then you have fucking ants. You have ants.
You get killed
Shitty
by
ants.
one ant.
It's a different set of
Fuck
woes.
that noise.
For sure. But I think we all want to retreat to ape brain. We gotta worry about
I don't
ants.
want to be killed
I
by
actually
a
don't wanna
fucking
do that,
ant.
yeah.
He's got strong brows. We can appreciate that. Infinitesimals. Qubit, Unreal, Epic. Okay, that's a lot of logos.
2026 marks the 30th anniversary of a legendary video game franchise that
Space
I think
Quest.
we all know very well.
Space Quest.
I'm trying to see if I recognize anyone in the audience.
You might want to warm up that.
It's definitely not
vodka
Space
bottle.
Quest.
Are we finally going to trigger the confusing revival rule?
100% not Space Quest.
Oh,
No,
Resident Evil.
what? Okay.
Oh, yeah, people,
Okay, there's been
this was a rumor. This was a rumor.
500 billion. Okay, RE9 is what we're doing. But it's all throwback.
This,
it's like
does this
RE1.
count as a...
Don't remake Resident Evil 1 again! Oh, okay.
Does this count as...
Wait, is it remaking Village?
Lawrence, Lawrence shouting.
I'm sorry. That
it-
probably echoed in the mics and people are going to tell
Does this
me.
count as a revival or no?
Whoa!
I guess we have to wait until we know what the game is.
Isn't this a video from a dev that couldn't be there?
Is this a,
Damn, she's
is
right.
this a
though.
remake of a remake?
She's right, though. She's right.
Oh, is it really?
She's right.
Sorry, I couldn't be there, guys.
Yeah, woof. Here I got my
Where's
gold
the vodka?
goblet. Yeah, where is it?
Oh, it's right here.
She's got it. She's got it.
Please don't pour me the shot you poured me last
Oh
time.
I'm
no,
sorry about
absolutely
that.
not. I'm sorry.
I got wrecked.
It's heavy.
Wait, what? Is it over?
Wow.
I need a glass of wine.
What?
Too. All right.
Okay, well, hold
Thank
on.
you, Takeuchi-san, for that very special message.
they announcing
We
a
cannot
game?
Wait for when the time is right to share more leading into
Time
the
is
anniversary
right?
of Resident Evil. Now it is time for the next big
All right,
update
so we don't have to
for
do
Evil
anything then,
franchise.
turns out.
All
Never
right.
mind.
Okay.
Cork that shit and put it away.
All right,
Never
I'm putting it
mind,
down.
never
All right,
mind.
Wow.
All right.
Dude, imagine being Jeff. Imagine being Jeff and you're like, please!
I know. Put a game on there.
That's Alex, baby! Ooh, this is Street Fighter. My man's ready in the New York Metro to grab somebody and suplex that shit! Yes!
Is the Waffle House in yet?
Not yet. No, the Harada actually... Oh, it's C Viper. She's back. He's back. Yeah, apparently Harada contacted the corporate office of Waffle House and they didn't respond.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Hiss.
He did his due diligence. This is all Kenny Omega, yeah? Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. We got Ingrid. Here we go. You guys are following this, right? You're appreciating all the memes, the Street Fighter memes we're seeing?
So the Waffle
Yes.
House meme I know.
Well, that's from Tekken, so that doesn't apply here, but...
Cool, all right, sure.
We got,
Oh, that's
hey,
true.
Sagat.
Okay, sorry.
Viper.
Oh, Sagat?
Viper. Okay, they're announcing all these characters, yes? Yes, these are all coming to Street Fighter. All right, yay! This is an announcement for me and me only. Hooray! I like they're going back to Kenny Omega. Like casting that shit. All right, we all had fun here.
Guys, 20 minutes left.
We all appreciated all that.
20 minutes left until we get to see something fun.
Viper.
Perfect.
Viper uppercut. Perfect. This has sucked.
Wait, is this Vicious Circle?
In all caps.
Is this Vicious Circle?
Yeah, Bruce, you should... Hey! Instead of playing Mario Kart World, why don't we all download Vicious Circle? Huh?
Let's do it.
We
can revive the Rooster Teeth
favorite characters. Who doesn't want to hear Rooster Teeth?
Who wants to
characters
play
yelling in your
your
ear?
favorite character from Vicious Circle? Man with traps.
Trap Man?
I'm sure there's a Trap Man. How about Man with turret? Man with turret's got to be in there.
Turret Man. I remember an interesting meeting. One of the every year I had about 5 minutes to talk to. Okay, there it is. Last flag. I had about 5 minutes to talk to anyone who paid my bills, and I remember saying isn't it weird that the group that generates all your money is also advertising all the products for you? And they said, no, that's what NBC does.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, yeah, I guess if you watch 30 Rock, they plug shit too. But also, I felt like that was a little weird. And then they walked out of the room. They made no eye contact and were staring at their phones the whole time.
They made millions and millions of dollars. And
That feels
Lawrence
good.
didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let this be learned, folks. When you stand for your principles in a room full of powerful people, they just say no, and then they walk out. And then they continue earning tens of millions of dollars.
That's right, yeah. That's right. It happens.
Ooh, we got some dancing.
Last flag.
There you go. That's how you debut a games as a service game. Winning those wish lists.
That was Last Flag.
There was somebody watching the wish list graph right now, and they are sweating hard. They're in that F5. They're clicking.
I understand that, though.
Please.
Next, we have
because somebody's going to have to put together a fucking report.
Wu-Tang.
And it's going to have to go to everybody, and it's going to have to be like, here's what we did. And they're going to try to figure out what metrics they can put into it that make it sound good.
Success metrics.
The KPIs, baby.
Wu-Chang ain't nothing to fuck with.
Is it?
I got an appointment for this.
Oh, nice.
Because I am really excited to play all the games. Okay. When Star Wars hit, right? There were a ton of Star Wars likes.
Of course, yeah.
There's gonna be a ton of Black Myth likes.
Oh, yeah. Because it sold 10 million copies or whatever.
But specifically, what I'm excited about is in the wake of Star Wars, you had numerous filmmakers trying to do Star Wars again. But they all decided that certain things about Star Wars were the thing that worked. And that's when it's really exciting to see these garbage films that were like, oh, that's what worked about Star Wars, and they really went for it. That's where we're at right now. So we're in the post Black Myth era, where I'm really excited to see a lot of games that really bet the farm on one or two aspects about whatever that game was that worked.
It's funny you say that because that's exactly what happened in 77. So Star Wars succeeded.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of movies made Star Wars again, but in the 80s.
Yeah.
And they were like a bunch of people were like, this is a fucking Star Wars ripoff. Some of them were okay. Most of them were bad. Yeah.
You got your
Last Starfighter. Yeah.
We actually seen something from Brassland.
Brassland's actually making something.
I've known multiple people.
Oh yeah, they got the
studio.
You said it ain't nothing to fuck with. Here we go. Here we go.
Wu-Chang?
It's Wu-Chang. They're making an actual game. Here we go. Yes, let's do it.
It is.
It better be a fighting game. Okay, I'm down with this. Wuxia.
Okay.
All right.
I think they're all sitting in their house hoping that they get residual checks.
Okay. So it's like a Hi-Fi Rush. Okay. All right. Wow, you needed to show more than that, though.
That was it. Presented by Ghostface Killa.
Okay, but also...
Where's Ghostface Killa?
Yeah.
Is he here? Is he presenting it?
Did he send in a video? No?
Ghostface Killer is calling on you to rescue his Wu brothers. Wu-Tang Rise of the Receiver is a new co-op action.
A British white woman.
I was
Lucy, you're killing it.
a little bit more.
We love Lucy.
not Lucy.
We
I was
love Lucy
expecting
over
a little
here.
bit more from that
We love
trailer.
Lucy.
Now here's
Yeah,
a
I
new
was
look
too.
at
See a little bit.
Deadpool 2,
Also,
which has new
did you know
updates,
that like
including player
if you
housing
want to
and
actually
is free
market
to
a
play.
game in China,
This
you have
weekend
to get it
celebrate
approved by the
SGF, you can
government,
take
right?
advantage
That's right, yeah,
of
that's
double
right.
XP
But
all
if you don't and you just release it on American Steam, that's actually where most people buy it.
Oh yeah, because they have VPNs and stuff.
Yeah, they don't buy it off of China Steam. Apparently, China Steam is like dead.
Oh, that makes sense.
Their greatest advantage?
That's
Adaptability.
that's really interesting.
Their greatest weakness.
So just like just having the like the visage of operating in China is enough, and then they allow
Well,
people to like buy
because of
through the
like
US Steam.
if a game can get captured by people who are content creators on Chinese social networks, that's actually what will boost things up. So if somebody like on Bilibili like decides that they like a game and they start making content, that can make it blow up because people will just use VPN to buy it.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Damn. Mongil Star Dive.
All right, guys, I'm gonna say it. Summer Game Fest has sucked. This is not good.
You just got to see some. You got to see 3.5 seconds of Wu-Tang.
This is not good, guys.
That 3.5 seconds was probably
It's not
pretty
been
generous,
very
actually.
good, and I thought it would be better, and I was wrong.
Wu Chang. I mean, the last Game Awards was pretty good.
It was. No, it was. It was really good.
But this sucks ass.
This sucks ass. And I'm not, again, Jeff does what he can. People come to him and they're like, hey, like, here's a trailer you can show. And he's like, fuck, this sucks. And they're like, show it. And he's like, okay.
Well, look at what we just saw from Capcom. Jeff was trying his best.
He was
sending very strongly worded emails, and all he got was an MP4 in return.
I put myself into Jeff Keighley's shoes where he's like, you know, like, what do we have to show? Nothing. Yeah.
If the games aren't there, they're not ready to be shown. But also, I think if like, I don't know, I think there's a bit of a sea change going on. There's a bit of a sea change in how games are marketed.
That's true. If Half-Life 3 is shown, then yes, it will turn it around, but it's not going to.
That's your one more thing, baby.
Bad news.
Look at this background, though. That's cool.
Bad news,
for that.
guys.
Hey, switch to Cyberpunk's there. You can buy it again. I've been fighting the urge to buy it on Switch 2 just to see how it runs.
I'm actually just going to buy it on Switch 2 to support Cyberpunk because I love Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
And I will continue to love Cyberpunk.
I bought GTA 5 3 times, and I feel like it's worth that. Genuinely.
Absolutely.
I feel like Cyberpunk is worth at least 2 purchases.
Enter a surreal world where you're a down on his luck outcast who has to battle his
I
inner
feel bad
demons,
calling Lucy British.
literally,
I
in
shouldn't
this
have done.
action roguelike.
Is she not British?
Here's Into the Unwell.
I thought she was British.
I don't know. I feel like after the fact that might get a little choppy. So I
is
just wanted
Lucy
to
not
acknowledge-
British? You're blowing my
I'm
mind.
pretty sure she's British.
I
Well,
thought
the
she
British
was.
Empire gets a little messy, so I don't know.
Oh, is she Welsh?
That's the
Oh,
thing.
I don't think she's Welsh.
I didn't want to assume too much. It gets messy. That's all I wanted to say. I should have acknowledged that.
What?
Come on, we're trying to be woke here. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, man.
Woke is go woke, go broke, Lawrence. We're gonna go broke.
Like Baldur's Gate 3,
Get well soon.
Wow.
a game where you can plow a dude as a giant bear. And I mean that in both senses of the term. People just want to fuck, man. It's that simple.
Well, that's why you saw butts.
Yep, that's
you
right.
saw new
And
butts.
I love those butts, by the way.
People just want to fuck.
Big fan of those butts.
Don't get in the way of that. People got it twisted.
And also, if they show female butts and male butts,
Amen.
I want more of them.
Yes.
I want
Yeah,
all
as
the
many
butts.
butts.
Give me all the butts.
I'll
dude.
take every curve you got to give me.
Doesn't matter what the butt is.
I'll appreciate them all.
Fuck, man. You showing fucking giant packages on dudes?
God
I'm
bless.
in. Are you kidding me?
Pinnacle
Love that.
experience. We're all about it. I kind of like this, I think.
That seems like something
Into
I'll
the
watch you play.
Unwell? Splicky.
No.
By the way,
What's
Splicky, it's
happening
fun.
here?
I just recently played this game.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Hey guys,
Very
I'm
fun.
Ian Prue, the
Hey, guys.
co-founder of 1047
Ian.
Games. When we started
Half-Life?
Splitgate in our
10
dorm
minutes
room,
left.
we just
Like my hat stuff.
I was like,
and 20 million
Wow,
of you
10
played
minutes
with
left and
us.
we're at Splitgate 2, huh?
Now, with the help
Okay.
from our amazing community,
All right.
we've built Splitgate 2.
we're like, all right.
Why?
I mean, I get what we're
Because I
doing,
grew
but
up playing
also,
Halo. And I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year.
Yeah!
And I wish we could have Titanfall 3.
Wow! Shit! Fired at the Call of Duty.
With
You didn't buy the
Splitgate 2, we asked ourselves,
skin.
how would we
Call
take
of Duty.
portals to the next level?
Dang.
What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and
you know what?
gameplay of arena
You know what
shooters
people love
with the scale and
when you call out Call of Duty.
I mean, it's the easy one to shoot for.
Fuck Call of Duty, am I right?
Fuck Call of Duty.
Awesome.
Black Ops 6 was like a record-setting Call of Duty.
It was, yeah. It sold
All
really
around.
well.
Oh my God.
That's why they're getting so aggressive about it.
Yeah, but you can't be
Yeah, I
Seth
don't know.
Rogen.
That
Steph
felt
just
very
finished a
edgy.
tour at Activision,
It was.
yeah.
It was just.
It was the least edgy. Holy shit, that campaign was nothing. There was
No, I'm talking about this.
Oh, this. I gotcha.
Yeah.
It was, maybe he's trying for that Joseph Ferris energy, right? The Jeff Keighley.
He goes, fuck Call of Duty.
Yeah, you don't want that
Fuck
shit.
the Oscars.
You know what you want? You want this,
An award
baby.
ceremony that's been around for 60 years. You know what'll earn me some respect? Fuck them. We gave a 9 out of 10 to Heavy Rain. We're a very respected industry. It's not just people shooting each other. Bleh.
There's portals, Lawrence.
Yeah, I saw the portals. I like those portals. Hey, it's like the Switch controller.
I mean, I'm all about trying to find anything, but you know how many times that I've been in like meetings and I've heard, this is the Call of Duty killer, this is the Halo killer, and you're like, I'm like, those aren't though.
It's so funny because I've said that so many times. Well, like with Battlefield, I've heard so many times people say Battlefield's a Call of Duty killer, and I love Battlefield. I'm always like, please don't say that anymore.
Yeah, don't
It does
do
not
that.
kill Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Battlefield is a completely different game. Just let it be what it is.
Yeah.
Battlefield is like my favorite game of all time, but also it just needs to be something different. Let
Yeah.
it be not Call of Duty. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
But they love it. They love it in
Yeah, they
pitch
do.
decks.
They
They
do.
put it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
Yeah.
this is what it is,
I'm
and
just
you're like,
no,
oh.
it's completely different.
I like that logo.
Now we are honored to showcase the
Splitgate
latest
2?
project
Good
from
logo.
the talented minds at RGG Studio in
Oh!
Japan.
Yakuza?
F-Zero GX2?
Like a dragon?
No. Oh, it's their old Japan game. They showed this. It was like a muddy street.
Oh.
Now we get Fedora Man. He was brick dead as fuck. Yeah, you know. He's wide, man. Look at him. He's got a brawl. It's like a Ishin and a half.
Ishin and a half.
Yeah, it's like industrial era Japan. Yeah.
It's the true combination of old and new
Yeah.
trying to come together.
Yep. Which is like it's I feel like Japan's lens on that is a big deal. In America we had electricity coming in, whether it was a horse-drawn carriage and shit. But in Japan it was like all this electricity shit is coming from the West. When you've had 2,000 years of culture.
I want to say this. The people at RGG, they have got to be experiencing crunch. They have to be. Because they're making a game every 6 months. Every 6 months,
and no.
motherfuckers are out
Crunch
here.
doesn't exist in Japan. Crunch is just
Crunch
the
is
way
normal.
that everybody
Understood.
works.
Yeah.
And that,
Understood.
that it's like you want to make something quality, then you are
They have-
going to
they
be
have
here
a-
until 11 p.m.
I was going to say, they have a different concept and culture
Yep.
than the United States.
Or dialogue options. Also, RGG is one of the few Japanese studios that has been excused from making the same game a million times. FromSoft has, and also Game Freak.
I by the way, I've not excused those studios, just so you know. Every time I play those games, I'm like, this is the same game. And everyone's like, but it's better. I'm like, all right, whatever.
I mean, it is.
Whatever.
Yeah, Project Century. Reminds me of... This shit's all hitting Kung Fu Hustle territory for me. I'm all about this. You should show more, though. I mean, the dialogue with the execution of like Show Mercy or Not, that was
In
interesting.
1915, and now the full name has been revealed. Stranger Than Heaven, the brand new title from RGG Studio.
That's
This
a great
time
name.
it's now 1943, and knowing RGG, I'm sure more surprises are surely on their way. All right, well, we're almost done here, but we do
Here we
have
are, Jeff. Half-Life 3.
final
Half-Life 3.
very special global game announcement to share with
Global
all of you.
gaming announcement.
Very special.
Today we've showcased a lot of projects from teams around
Yeah,
the world, including
Jeff,
many
do you have the
brand new
biggest game of
studios.
all time
We're
right
proud
here?
of that. But this
Half-Life
one
3.
comes from a studio
Ah.
that is no stranger to delivering blockbuster games time and again.
Jeff?
When I first got a glimpse at this project last
Nah, that's
summer,
not
I was
Half-Life 3. There's no way.
absolutely
He would have just
blown
said, here it
away
is.
by the scale, scope,
Nah, he would've
and
just said, "Here it is."
ambition of this developer's vision. And while there are many places, really any place, this game could have been revealed, we are so deeply honored
Nah, it's not Half-Life
that we
3.
get to share it with the world right here
It's not.
Here it
at
is.
Summer Game Fest.
No, this is magic. This is where the magic is. That's what we're waiting for.
Nah. There's no way. Nah, yeah, I knew it.
Please be a David Cage game. Please. Dude, how rad would that be?
Heavy Rain 2?
Oh, I hope, please, God.
Heavy Rain 2?
Please, dear God.
The rumors were for Half-Life 3,
That's
just so
a
you
very
know.
serifed font.
Just so you know.
This is...
It wasn't like that was the rumor. There was no way it
No,
was gonna happen.
this isn't Valve. This might be sweary, but it's not.
No, this people are saying Control or something.
Sweary? No. This is too anime. This is too Japanese already. Japanese love federales. They love like fucking FBI dudes.
You're right. They do.
It's all from David
G-men.
Lynch. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yes?
But also the design of this character.
They
The
love
blonde and the
sexy FBI
swipe.
agents.
Yeah.
With sensible heels.
Yep. She's very... Okay, so is this Capcom? Is this... This might be the new Tencent... Or what was the new Mikami studio? Shit. The Lightspeed studio.
Japan?
Yeah, Lightspeed Japan. This might be their game?
That seems too early.
It is very early, yeah, because that studio formed
Put a
like
hold on that for now.
months
Yeah.
ago.
It feels Capcom.
Found
You're
another
right.
body.
It feels
One that
Capcom.
exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating.
Ex-Capcom. Clovers, maybe?
Now, I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
Dude, this is so cool.
On the edge of our seats.
People are saying it's
So
RE9.
cool.
RE9.
Oh, it might be.
They're
It might
saying
be
Resident
RE9.
Evil. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Remnant
Okay.
Hotel.
Capcom loves their. Okay.
I know. That's where your mother was murdered.
Do we get to see Chris?
Years ago.
Chris Redfield?
How beefy is he?
And
gotten?
Leon? I know.
What?
Past.
Could be a whole
cannot-
folder of them?
Please show me
He
Chris.
can't get thicker. He can't.
Because you know Chris is going to save her.
Yeah, the like tech demo aspect of this trailer. Man, this feels super Capcom.
This really looks like Resident Evil.
This
but
is rad,
It
dude.
does. It looks like
Spooky
Resident Evil.
hallway. I like spooky.
Oh, is it Grace Redfield?
I know now that you're the one
There's a
that I've been
Grace.
searching
Oh, that's
for.
the baby.
Dude, that'd be
In
sick.
Village, huh?
That'd be sick.
She's got supernatural battle instincts because of her attenuation to the land, like
What is
Chris
that
Redfield.
crater? Oh, like they nuked
We need
it?
to keep our voices down.
Oh yeah, they nuked
Yeah, it might be
Raccoon
Rose
City.
grown up. It might be Rose grown up. Absolutely, yeah.
Rad. Oh, so she's like, okay, so it's Silence of the Lambs, motherfucker. These games just okay. All right.
Yeah,
There it is.
we
RPG.
saw it.
Yeah.
That's so
There it
rad,
is.
dude.
All right.
I like that they're scaling up the reference, right, to Silence of the Lambs. It's like that 30-year wraparound of nostalgia. Yes. Now you've got your Clarice. Oh, and there's
yes.
they're being so. Where's the 9?
It was the
It was
cube.
the cube. It's the cube. Yeah,
yes.
reverse. Yeah.
A lot of people thought it'd be like
Sick.
Helix, where it was like IX.
February
Sick.
2026. All right.
Love that. Love that.
That looks fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah, it
Is
does.
it first person? There's like no gameplay in that.
I think so,
Play with
yeah.
the fans this August at Gamescom, where we'll also be hosting Opening Night Live on Tuesday, August
I like the
9th.
typewriter shit.
Resident Evil Requiem marks a bold shift for the franchise,
it's where you save.
both in tone and
That's
gameplay.
so good,
Today's
so good.
reveal isn't just about survival horror. Expect high-stakes cinematic action too,
Dude.
with much more
Fucking
to share
7
soon
and
leading
8
up to its launch.
are so good. Those games are
27th,
so good.
2026.
I can't wait for 9. I'm very excited.
Imagine being
All right,
Capcom.
pretty rad. All right, all right.
amazing.
Also, again,
We
reminds
kept it
me
a
that
surprise. All right.
game
That's
release
gonna do it for our
windows
live
have
Summer Game Fest
absolutely
show.
fucking
Let's
changed.
thank our co-host,
Yeah?
Lucy
Yeah,
James,
well, I
and she
mean,
do a
think
great
about
job,
how
everyone.
everybody would try to come out around like winter to get ready for
Yeah, true, yeah.
for holidays and holiday gift giving, and now that
You kept that so
Q1
Very
man
top
is
secret.
really
Okay.
starting
All
to
right,
turn
well,
into
there's
a
much
place
more
where
Summer Game
people
Fest to
start to
come.
want to
Make sure
launch
to visit
things.
It's the last thing you can
summergamefest.com
launch
to see a
before the
listing of
fiscal
all the
year
digital events
closes.
this year. Watch.
And all
That
the
is
adults
exactly it.
All the adults have done their kid spending, so they're going to buy for them.
I mean, many of the playable games.
it's kind of a
Summer Game
problem.
Fest play days that's taking place this weekend.
Well, whatever. But there's
And
like
make sure to stay
a
tuned
definite
for Day of the
generation
Devs,
that
which is
buys
coming
games
up
for
next
themselves.
with additional new reveals
And it turns
from
out they do that
incredible
whenever you
independent
want.
studios
Yep.
around the world, and
But
deeper
that's not
looks
great.
at some
I
of
don't
the
know. It's
independent
good and it's
games
not
we
good.
showcased
It
today.
means that there's
Thanks
a
so
whole
much, everyone.
generation that is not part of the
Thanks to
gift
you,
giving
Lucy. Great job
tradition.
co-hosting. All right. That's gonna
That's
do it
all
for Summer
Roblox
Game
gift
Fest.
cards.
We will see you at Gamescom on August 19th.
So what do you think about
Thanks,
that show,
everybody.
Bruce?
It sucked.
It wasn't great.
But
That
also
RE9 reveal
Yeah,
is
but
pretty
RE9
cool.
is super sick. So it was not very good. There wasn't much.
So here's where my brain is already turning. If I guess if you're gonna be generous, other producers, holiday this year, because that's when they maybe were worried
That's
GTA
right,
6
yeah.
might have come out.
Yeah.
No, but I think I'll tell you that I think a lot of people were already anticipating that GTA was going to push.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I
For
think
sure.
that there were a lot of people that were already like,
Yeah.
maybe not Q1 2026.
But would they make Jeff Keighley spend on that? I don't know. To like get him before, where there's ostensibly $60 or $80 of money that is not being spent on GTA 6. I don't know if that's mind's eye. Probably not. Music's still too loud. All right.
I mean, it's really like it's not. I'm looking at the levels. It's very low.
Perceptive volume is different than absolute volume.
No, it's not. It turns out it's not.
I don't know. The human brain is bizarre. I don't know. It's weak showcase, and if I'm gonna, based on the video messages from developers that were desperately wishing they had something to say, I'm guessing that's not due to Jeff's lack of desire for reveals.
Yeah.
No, there was a lot of projects that ended up. I mean, EA just had layoffs. Like a lot of projects were already killed. So even if they had anything, they weren't gonna show it this year because it's gone now.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think at this point it's just it's only going to be the big boys for a while. So like you have to watch these indie showcases in order to see the smaller things because they're all like fighting amongst each other to get
That's right.
like visibility because there's already so many games out on the market.
Well, no Half-Life 3, no Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders in October.
You got Wu-Tang. You got 3.5 seconds of Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
That was a concerning reveal.
We did get RE9.
I'm excited for that.
That's fun. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'll play. What was the game that had the Jesus and Mary chain? I'll play that.
Oh yeah, I know. Whoa, the Smashing Pumpkins. I love that game.
Mixtape.
Yeah, mixtape. There you go.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the name.
One of the things Jeff could benefit from is a mid and end show recap.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
A lot of the showcases we've seen, State of Play and like even Nintendo will do that. Just in terms of like the volume of brands and like titles that are presented to you.
Well, I think that's going to be one of the problems that nobody's really countered with is all the crossovers. How do you know which one is really which?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about Destiny's having how many Star Wars things are coming out that are all like branded with other brands? So it's like, which flavor of Star Wars are you going to get this year? Is it going to be the one from Fortnite?
One, the
Is it going to be the Bungie one?
Monopoly Go?
Yeah, you're like, is it going to be Lego? You're like, I don't know which one.
So
like, that's just going to kind of be it.
It's weird because Summer Game Fest, I feel like every year has its chance to sort of separate itself from Future Game Show and Wholesome Games and all that other stuff. And it hasn't done it this year. I really thought this year was going to be the year that it was going to like, these are the big reveals, and then the other shows will not. They'll be smaller indie reveals, but not this year. It's not going to be this year, and that's okay. We're not saying the show is bad. It's just a bunch of indie games that are also going to be in the future game show and wholesome games and the rest. So.
Well, but and let's be real, that most like larger game companies, they're going to use their own platforms to announce everything. They're never going to go.
Yeah, that's right.
Pay the money to Jeff, because it's like,
that's right.
I mean, GTA, God, they could sneeze and people are like, it's like 6 million hits, and they don't have to do anything. They don't like. I'm honestly surprised. I would wonder what their marketing budget truly is, because they don't have to do hardly anything, because they have such brand recognition and like name, that it's just like, it's almost like fun money. Like, what kind of dumb shit can we do?
That's right.
That like, sure, we'll spend money on that. Why not?
That's right. Well, RE9. That's what we got.
That was a bonus.
That was what we got.
I mean, I like it tilting towards Silence of the Lambs, right? All right. Let me.
Lawrence put his drink down. Lawrence put his drink down.
Everybody, get on the edge of your chairs. Pay attention.
Resident Evil fucking rules.
It does.
Because it's the anime version of Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
It's George Romero through the lens of Japanese developers. And they've done that successively over the course of many games. So I think what they're telling you with this trailer is that they're scaling up their cinematic references to the 90s. Now we're in Silence of the Lambs, right? No, you got a Clarice.
Yeah.
You really do.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Am I wrong? Like, check me if I'm wrong about that, but I think that's the point. Who knows what that means for the game itself, right? But I'm all about at least the communication about that, the back and forth. They've always been bouncing off of Western horror. That's what Resident Evil is so good about. That's why you have giant crocodiles and zombies, which are kind of a Western horror inventation. Weird word, whatever. So they're getting into cerebral shit, which they've done in Resident Evil Live. I mean, there's been psychics and I don't know. Resident Evil's a whole fucking garbage pile. But were you playing as the daughter?
It seemed like it. Yeah,
it seemed like you were. I guess I don't know.
You're playing as Rose. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I have to revisit that in a minute. But that's fun, I think, and I think that what I trust Capcom for is to reinterpret those cinematic inspirations into an awesome video game, because that's what they've been doing for 30 years, 40 years. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to that. That's probably the most exciting thing. It's the only beat, right, of like escalating console game development that we got here.
But do you think that like part of that is a little bit ambiguous, just for the fact that there's probably people who haven't, there's probably generations who haven't entirely played through all of the Resident Evil. So it's just kind of, hey, you can jump into this one. You don't necessarily need to know the whole history, because we'll probably give you a little mini rundown when you play the game. But honestly, this is like the new generation version for you to play.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, I wonder, did anyone watch that trailer and feel like, this is new for me?
No, nobody did.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that like with these trailers that they show at Summer Game Fest, like the audience they're preaching to are the ones that know the lore backward and forward.
Was it really Requiem? Am I
it's Requiem. Yeah,
Requiem.
Yeah. So
Alien versus Predator.
Yeah. So
they really put Requiem on the end of a video game.
because it's RE9 with the Q is
they had to find a word.
So like again, as usual,
the Biohazard shit front to back. Impeccable. You can't beat it.
People don't want to know. They don't want to talk about this. But Lawrence and I have talked about this a million times, which is television and movies have told these stories 30 years ago, and video games are catching up, and that's okay. That's all right. They're doing a better job of telling these stories, but they're still rehashed stories, so it's not a big deal. We're going to play them and enjoy them and be like, cool.
Playing through them is different than watching them.
Yeah, but it's not new.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Yeah. That's all right.
I was just about to say, like, tale as old as...
Yeah, it's always the same. It's all the same shit, and it's not a big deal.
I mean, I know you're a big Silence of the Lambs. Did you get that energy from that? Because that's kind of what I did. An FBI agent? No? Okay. Maybe.
No, I didn't get... Mainly just because there's not... In Silence of the Lambs, it's not a it's a human who is a horror.
Okay.
That you're somebody who is so intelligent but also just a complete psychopath.
Sure.
That you're battling. It's a little different than like a hand beast or like a giant crocodile that comes down a hallway and tries to bite me. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's just my
read. But I get
then.
it. No. I felt like Alan Wake was trying to get more into the Silence of the Lambs
100%.
territory.
And Alan Wake, by the way, did a pretty good job of telling a relatively original story. It's a story I've seen 1,000 times before, but again, told well. And I appreciated the fact that they were like trying to tell a story that somebody else had told, but still told well. And when I played it, I was like, "This is cool!" Like it, like actually feels like they're doing an original take on a story that's already been told. And video games are still catching up. And I know it sucks to hear if you're like a huge video game fan or you're not a television or movies fan, but it's just that's the way it plays. Like I'm sorry, that's the way it goes.
To each other.
Yeah,
like let's be real. It's all entertainment.
Watching these things, then go make the games.
Yeah.
A lot of people bring up Long Legs, which I know you've seen.
Yes.
Did that seem similar to you, or did you see Long
I have not seen Long Legs, so I don't know.
I haven't
I'm not
either,
sure,
so I don't know.
Long Legs is definitely a fucked up psychological horror, but again, this like Resident Evil still has such a supernatural element to it that I don't necessarily correlate the two of them together because they're like there's shades of it, but it's not the same because it's not you're still going after a human. It's still a human. It is a human that follows the rules of humanity. Like they don't fly, they don't jump around or anything.
That's the one thing I was curious about.
Halloween is almost like you could say that it would be more like
Michael
Halloween.
Myers is like supernatural.
Yeah, where he like appears, he can be stabbed in the chest, but he still comes after you. Like that's a little different than say you're battling a person who is following the laws of physics. Like it's a little different.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess maybe I was reading a bit too much into the like blonde FBI agent, which I think is like I think it's an image. It's kind of like generationally baked into the developers that are making these games now.
That's true, yeah.
In the way that like Twin Peaks is constantly resurfacing as a reference point.
But Twin Peaks is supernatural.
Yeah,
there are
That's
supernatural elements to Twin Peaks because the Black Lodge exists. There's like the owls are not what they seem. Like there's all this other shit that happens that is like not necessarily explained by the rules of science, of physics, of all of that. Whereas things like Silence of the Lambs, Silence of the Lambs is completely psychological, but human psychological, and that's something different and weird. And like I don't know, I appreciate on so many levels. Every quarter, I've got to watch Silence of the Lambs because it's one of my favorite films.
I don't want anybody to think that I'm like shitting on video game stories. I never am.
I don't think so.
It's just one of those things where like video game stories are usually catching up. And that's not a bad thing. It's like one of those things where, like, again, like Lawrence said, a lot of people that are making video games now are super into television and movie stories and narratives. Yeah. So they're like, take those narratives and they're inspired and they make those video game stories. And that's not a big deal. It's been told 1,000 times before. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing because sometimes those stories are told very well. Like I thought Village was so fucking cool, and Village was not an original story to me, but I loved it. I loved Village, and I was like, this is so fucking cool the way they've told this story. It's so awesome. So what?
I was gonna say that not like I'm gonna hate on a game.
Please do.
There it goes. Okay,
what was it?
I'm gonna use the restroom while she says
the game. What was it? 12 minutes. The one with Willem Dafoe. I was like, you wasted Willem Dafoe on this. This is what we wasted it on.
But like again, a cool story told well.
I played it and I was like, I had such high hopes that I was waiting for and I was like, oh my god, is this really where we're going? Oh my god, and I was like, we've wasted Willem Dafoe in this. I am so upset. And bless, I understand what it takes to make a game. I get it. Yeah. I know, but I'm also like, we could have done better.
You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. And again, the stories that are told in video games are a little behind television and movies. And that's okay. That's those creators are generally taking inspiration. Some of them have original stories. They have original twists on those stories they've seen. But generally speaking, they're usually copies, and not in a bad way. It's just the way it plays. It's just the way it plays out.
Copy each other. Like
Absolutely,
TV shows.
of course. Yeah, of course. And like I'll say, one of the best stories that I've seen so far in television and movies is Andor. Andor is amazing, and the Andor story that we saw in season 2 has been done 1,000 times before. But the story is told so well, it doesn't matter. It's like it doesn't. There's so much unique character development and inspiration that it doesn't matter what they're telling. The story
it's still enjoyable.
Yeah, the story itself is so amazing that it's just like, oh, it's unbelievable, even if I've seen it before. And it's the same with video games. There are a few video games that I played that I'm like, this is done so well that, like, Expedition 33 is a copy of a few other movies, and it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But Expedition 33 is told very well, and it told a lot of inspiration. So it's okay. It's not a big deal. And it's not an original story, but it's told very well. And we can play Expedition 33 and love it, and it's okay.
Yeah, we don't have to hate. No, I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
So for a while I was watching all of the episodes of Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Oh yeah.
And there is one episode, I think in like season 2, that is basically Psycho. And I was like, this is like 5 years before Psycho came out.
He was testing it.
And
He was
I was
testing
like,
it, for sure.
what?
Yeah.
I was like, this
Yeah.
is exactly Psycho. This
Yeah.
is exactly it.
Yeah.
And I was like blown away that I'm like, oh my God, he retold a story. Like, because especially when you think of certain directors
Sure.
or like certain storytellers,
Sure.
you're like, they're telling something that's completely original. But you're like, no, this shit happens. Like,
Yeah.
these stories are repeats. But if you like the characters, you identify with
right.
like particular story themes, then you're going to enjoy it because it's enjoyable.
That's
and
right.
I feel like that's okay. And there are
It is.
definitely
Yeah.
games that like offer that and give you more of, like, because films don't break the boundary of being able to change some of the experience. And that's what's really like unique and fun about games, right?
Yeah,
Where you can like, you can't necessarily change the entire narrative, but you can play around with it. You can be in the world. What does that paper say? What does this thing do? And like, that's kind of the joy of games. And sometimes I feel like people don't necessarily always like focus on that.
No, it's true. Well, Alan Wake 2, I thought, was a fantastic example of a complete ripoff of a bunch of their stories I've seen, but told so well it didn't matter. So, like, when I was traveling through the lore of Alan Wake 2, it was pretty predictable, but it was super cool. And I was like, this is told really well. It's told really well. I think people, like the people that are telling Alan Wake 2 stories are so good, and they know exactly, like they have the details down, they have the lore down, that even if they're telling a story that we've seen before, it's told very, very well. And I was impressed. I was impressed by Alan Wake 2, even if it was something I've seen before.
I have controversial opinions about Alan Wake 2. Because I love Alan Wake 1 very much. And I was like so looking forward to Alan Wake 2. And I did enjoy playing it, but what I didn't enjoy was feeling like I was getting the story shoved down my throat 4 different ways.
Interesting.
Because I was like, I get it. I already understand. Like, I had solved certain clues before I ever put it on the board.
Ahead,
but
yes,
it wouldn't let
of
me
course,
continue until it was like, oh, and I have to think about it. And I was like, no, I already thought about it.
You know what it is.
I already know what this is. I don't need you to tell me like 3 times.
Of course. Yeah.
But I get that, like, because it is confusing, it is a spider web of a story that, like, they want to make sure that everybody understands it. So that was more of my problem, where I was like, I already got this.
Yep.
Like, I already got it. I don't need you to spoon feed me this. Like, I already figured it. And I also don't mean to say that as the, like, kind of like, oh, I'm so.
No.
Excuse me. I
you just happen to see the story that you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was like, I already got this. Like, don't, like. I still enjoyed playing the game, and I was still very happy for it. And if anything, I'm just more excited for Control 2, because I was like,
me too,
Control 1 was like, oh my God, you've
Right.
given me something, and like had spookiness to it.
Good
and
lore,
I love
good lore.
the I was like, all right, everything about this feels delightful. I do love Remedy. Remedy, if you're ever out there and you're hearing me, Invite me to your studio. We'll go back to Finland, enjoy a sauna.
FBC Firebreak is super interesting and like has lots of Control lore.
Yeah,
so,
I'm super. I'm down for. Like this one of the few studios that I truly feel like I love everything that they do. I just felt a little sad that I was like I didn't need to be spoon fed as much in Alan Wake 2.
I actually appreciate the fact that they were trying to spoon feed you because of Alan Wake 1 was so far in the past, so they're like trying to catch you up on the lore from Alan Wake. So I get that, but at the same time, I know what you're saying. Like, it's pretty simple. Twin Peaks, Stephen King, like it's all the same.
Yeah,
shit.
I was like, I understand this. I get this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have to be told like 3 different ways.
Right.
But I get it. I was like, all right, I have to remind myself again in the same way that like not all content is made specifically for me. It is made for either people who haven't played, who haven't done this,
a broad audience, right?
Yeah, and they need to figure that out. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I feel like they've already shown they're just showing expanded trailers of the same games.
They're showing indie games. So
yeah.
Well, we can stop unless Lawrence has another monologue to hit before we are we tapping out. There it is. Here he comes.
I'm cooking.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
I've seen a bit of an evolution in the last 10 years. Well, no, 5 years of games, where it's less about like what's the one way we can get everybody on board with the game we're making, and more like what's the 20 ways we can get everybody on board.
Mm-hmm.
So that extends to like tutorials and controls, but also to storytelling. I think they'll tell you the story one way, and then they'll tell you that in another way, and another way. So yeah, what I saw in Alan Wake 2 was an attempt to like throw a net so wide that everyone could maybe follow along if they wanted to.
No.
Or what is, a pretty complicated story or a complicated concept. It's like kind of a Nolan-ish shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's all kind of downstream of the Matrix, right?
Man, I didn't put the correlation to it being kind of that Nolan-esque, but yeah.
Alan Wake is so much in the vein of like 2010s media, where there's like a concept around that thing. But the concept is it's a shitty Stephen King novelist, and that concept doesn't work for everybody because they don't understand Richard Bachman and all that crap.
Yeah.
So like the idea of a pulp novelist who's kind of past his prime and trying to be a smart writer, it's very Barton Fink, really, which is like a movie that's like about a writer that is dude doesn't know he's a good writer, so he writes a meta writing bullshit, and everyone around him is like, shut the fuck up. Just like write a story about a boxer. People love boxers. He's a boxer. He's down on his luck, and Barton Fink's like, no, it's a tortured protagonist, and he doesn't understand what he's doing. Or then he has a cry. Just go watch Barton Fink. Anyway, that's Alan Wake essentially.
Your synopsis is go watch Barton Fink.
Yeah,
it's true. It's true.
The 90 minutes you watch Barton Fink would be much more illustrative than me drunkenly trying to like ramble out.
Right.
The crisis of conscience. Like, it's a very spectacular thing when a writer gets very self-indulgent and is guilty about that, which is where Sam Lake was about Alan Wake, and I think that was the idea. Is that so he wrote Max Payne, a guy who shoots everything, and then he got guilty about that, so he wrote Alan Wake about a guy who's guilty about writing pulp novels about a guy who shoots everything. Yeah, and then he made Alan Wake 2, where he personifies himself into a story about a guy who's it's writer bullshit levels up, but it's fun. That's the thing, and I think it's kind of interesting that somebody like Sam Lake would write a story about writer's guilt and writer's ego that tries to reiterate itself in like 5 different ways for the common gamer. I don't know. That doesn't happen often. Usually, when you get to that level of like writer wrap around, you don't care anymore about your audience.
Yeah,
so that's what's weird about Alan Wake 2 is it did try to reiterate itself a lot.
They actually cared about their audience.
Yeah, they tried to drag people along.
Yeah, they really tried to, and I appreciated that actually. Like, because like even though I knew what they were trying to do, I appreciated the fact they're like trying to drag me along and be like, hey, it's this, and hey, it's this. Like, it's kind of spoon feeding me a little bit.
Did it work for you?
Yeah. I liked it. Yeah, no, I was, and like I only played like 5 hours of Alan Wake 2. Like I didn't beat it, but at the same time, like I was like, I like where this is going. I want them to tell me more. because I like the way they're telling the story.
I know.
So-
I want an
You
Alice
finished
Wake
it,
game. Yeah, I finished it, and I want an Alice Wake game. That's what
Alice?
I want.
Oh,
I want his
yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
That's what I want now, because I feel like there's some shit that has happened with her because of the fact
Well,
that
she
she's
made a whole art career off him, right?
Yeah, right. And I'm like, I want
She had
to
a whole
know.
exhibition.
I want all of that, but I want it told from her perspective of having to deal with because I'll admit, in Alan Wake 1, she was like a shrew. She was almost depicted like very shrew.
Because it was like
her,
like peak male gamer era,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Where it's like she's just there. Oh, fuck my wife.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was
Take
kind of the
my
leather
wife,
jacket. But
please.
like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's where we were at. And Alan Wake was kind of that protagonist, my bitch of a wife. Like she's just, I'm just trying to follow my muse. Turns out it was her, and she got captured by the lake. But whatever. Like you're right.
Oops.
Yeah.
I mean that's where it
Whoops.
got misogynist, despite the overtones of Alan Wake 1. But yeah, I agree. I feel like the franchise is at a point where they could actually like write a story about her and
I
have
want
it
some
be very
DLC.
meaningful.
They could at least give me some DLC that
They
is
give you
like
some
Alice
Rose
Wake.
DLC
Yeah.
with like her Alan Wake fanfic and stuff.
But
that's something.
I want something more that is definitely like her perspective, because I think that would be really interesting and something a little new that I would be down for.
Yeah.
I like how we talked about new games and then went into
No, but it's, I mean, like that's
it's the one auteur production.
Yeah, I was gonna say
you
that's a
got
really
that,
good.
It's Kojima. That's it.
It's a good example of a story that has been told before, but at the same time, it's told well. So it's like when you play the game, you're like, "This is cool." I like the story beats that have played out in the story, even though I've seen them before.
Yeah.
And Alan Wake's a good example of that. And it's like I want to say Last of Us is the same deal. Like I don't even Last of Us not part 2. Please, I don't want to talk about part 2. Part 1. There are lots of story beats that have happened in other pieces of media, movies, and television. But Last of Us Part 1 actually plays out pretty well, and I really enjoy the fact that they play these story beats well, even though we've seen them before, and I like that. I think that it's told well, and I don't want to talk about Last of Us Part 2.
we don't talk about that.
Nah, because
we don't look it in the
Last of
eye.
Us Part
We don't
2.
buy a coffee.
That's like
We're just-
somebody said, "Hey, Neil Druckmann, here's $10 million. You want to tell another story?" And he's like, "Sure." So then he told another story and it wasn't very good. but part 1 is great. I really think it's inspired and well told. So, but whatever.
I got a few more seasons.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like the end of Scott Pilgrim.
Oh yeah,
It's the crisis of like something getting important while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Or Game of Thrones for that matter.
Yeah, that's right.
Where you feel like you have to like make something so epic that you can't just conclude a good story.
Right.
Which is weird. I think back to like episode 6 a lot. About how did it manage to tell a great story? I mean, it had some bullshit along the way, right? Like Leia being related.
Well, to
Okay.
Luke, yeah, sure.
The Ewoks, but also you're like, damn, it still
Excuse
told a
me?
great story.
How dare you?
What?
We love murder bears.
I mean, we do.
Murder bears are the greatest. Murder bears braid your hair. They bring you stew.
That's true. They give you a little. You give them the little granola bars.
Get a big lamp
they're
shank.
like, what? And then,
No, but
love
you're
you.
right though. In '83, people hated the fucking Ewoks. They hated them.
Yeah.
dare
they
they?
couldn't stand them because
dare
it was
they?
bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in terms of like mathematical, conciliations you may or
Yeah.
conciliatory
Yeah.
efforts. We got to put the fucking bears in there because we got to make spin-offs, whatever.
Right.
So, but
Toys.
still,
Toys. Yeah.
yeah. You know, whatever. I can accept all that, but still, the emotional beats work. So, you compare that to other things where, like, again, the Barton Fink complex, where the writer has to prove something. The Ryan Johnson complex, where it's like, I can't just write a good story that fucking works and makes people feel something. No, I got to show everyone how smart I am. And here we go. We get Last of Us Part 2.
That's
we get
true, yeah.
Episode 8.
Yeah.
We get all those things. And as somebody who desperately wants people to understand how smart I am, I get it. Which is why I'm talking right now. So I'm going to shut up. But yeah, no, it's we all
you've
trip
never.
into the same
Have
hole.
you ever heard him talk about Almost Famous?
No.
Oh, goodness. Dude.
Oh no.
So there could be an Almost Famous for games media.
Okay.
Almost Famous is the most like masturbatory jerk
It
off
is.
story.
That's absolutely right. Yeah.
But apply it to like the 2000s in games media. Like, let's say there's a penny lane for G4, which there might have been. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But you could probably, like, I don't know. It's a different media landscape now. He did what he did back then. I don't think you could sell the movie like that right now, even though we were in pitch meetings about exactly that movie.
Yeah.
But I feel like you could, I don't know. I get it, and I'm just like,
But he's not a bad writer.
He's not a bad writer.
at all.
Like, he sold his script. That means he's not a bad writer.
Well,
That's
I mean,
it.
I don't know. A lot of films have been made and scripts have been sold and they're not good
that's
writers.
True. Yeah, that's true.
But he's not like Cameron Crowe is not a bad writer.
No, well, he's a good writer of character, but I don't know about story. So like,
You mean
great writer of
singles?
again, a great writer
There's
of
really no
character,
story to singles,
a great
though,
writer
is
of
there?
like the fact that you like care
There's
about what happened to
scenes.
to the characters, but not necessarily the overarching story. Either way, Cameron Crowe, yes, you're absolutely right. I would never debate the fact that he's a successful writer who has told some good stories and had some good movies made. Absolutely, 100%. That said, like,
But
I don't even want to talk about
the big but.
I don't even want to talk about the most recent Quentin Tarantino movies, because the most recent Quentin Tarantino movies are the most masturbatory things I've ever seen. And I really like Quentin Tarantino. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Hateful Eight are stage plays. And they're just people talking about the things that they're going to do.
Yeah.
And like amazing acting. They've got amazing actors. But I think that's cheating. So like, it's like the amazing actors and the music that they've used is kind of cheating. So like, again, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that it's sort of cheating. I want to say Pulp Fiction and the stuff that he's done in the past didn't have that advantage that Hateful Eight and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood did. And the longer those movies get, the more masturbatory they are.
Reservoir Dogs was a stage play movie.
But,
it was.
But
It was a
it's
script
90
movie.
minutes. And it's
Oh,
told
it's
very
tight.
well.
That's fair.
And-
Hateful Eight has a lot of jerk off shots.
Okay,
Backlit
I admit that
scenes
that's
with,
long.
like light through like slats. Yeah, it's got a lot of physical film shots.
I feel like I particularly love like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood just because of the fact that like one, I'm always fascinated by the Manson murders, and then I've read a lot of like writing specifically about that late 60s time period, and they really call that was the end of the hippie era.
That's right.
That was the like truly, and so kind of like this other tale of changing that, like making it where the Manson kids weren't successful and like were murdered and like all of that changed. Like it's almost, I get it. It is that like
by a stunt guy.
Yeah.
Which is like, I feel like the other subtext of a lot of Tarantino films, starting with Death Proof, with Zoe Bell as the stunt coordinator, like he has been trying to elevate stunt performers with his films explicitly. With Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is the story about a stunt performer getting stepped over literally at the end of the film.
Yeah.
In the 70s. And the 70s were the last times that stunt performers got credited in anything. In TV shows and films. Like, you watch that and the stunt performers actually get credited in advance. So I think all that stuff is kind of all synced up with his love of like Grindhouse and the stunt performance that went on there. So as a love of stunt performance myself, I'm all about the hidden narrative inside of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood about Brad Pitt or his character being just like literally just ground up in the machine to enable Leonardo DiCaprio's character. So I think there's a little resonance in Tarantino's filmmaking about its elevation of stunt work.
Totally agree.
But
I don't ever want you to think that I'm saying that it's bad.
Oh no!
Like,
I
to
don't
me,
think
this
you're
is just
saying
more
that.
masturbatory. It's like 3 hours long. I'm like,
yeah,
I fucking get it, dude.
They're
Like,
jerk-off
I know,
shots,
yeah.
for
Like,
sure.
I get that you love the cinematography.
I
I
mean,
get the fucking love that you love the dialogue and all that
at the
shit.
end of Once Upon, there was a fire burn on water.
That's right.
Which is like, it's a jerk off shot, or at least it would have been 40 years ago.
Right, yeah.
But he got it on film.
Yeah.
And that's him kind of showing off to the world, for anyone who cares, that like that's an amazing stunt. But that's in a stunt film that is a little more subversive about its stunt awareness than like something like John Wick or even fucking Fall Guy. I mean, Fall Guy had like...
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, yeah.
Fall Guy had the stunt brand in the crash pad that they yanked onto the helicopter at the end. That was a bit much.
Yeah. No, I like, just generally speaking, like, again, I don't think any of that's bad. It's just more of like, it feels masturbatory to me. And if you haven't watched Andor yet, have you?
We're about halfway through it.
Yeah, Stephanie.
We're
there. We're getting there.
It's hard for me to watch episodes because I'm like, I love every...
It's a master class and it's not masturbatory. It's just
We're like 5 episodes in.
an amazing story
so
told exactly the way it should be. And it's like, it's one of those things where like Tony Gilroy could be masturbatory. He's been doing it for 30 years. He could be like, all right, we're going to do 30 minutes of dialogue, and then we're going to sit there and fucking listen to dialogue for 30 minutes. But he doesn't ever do that. It's like scene after scene after scene of amazing
the wardrobe?
depth and feeling and inspiration and acting. It's just like nothing could be better. And it's interesting because Gilroy could do that. He's earned that at this point. He could decide, I'm going to do a 3-hour movie of this. Like, it's like Michael Clayton. Michael Clayton is kind of like that. But it's not Michael Clayton. It's Star Wars. So he scaled it back and made a story that is exactly the way it should be told. And it's practically perfect. There isn't much to it that's bad. So you guys are going to love it. Have you watched the Gorn Massacre yet?
No.
Oh.
No, no.
One of the best rated television shows, episodes ever on IMDb is that episode. So
I mean, I'm looking forward to it because, like I said, the problem with me is that I love the art direction of the show so much. Like I'm like, why am
about
I?
The like 70s retrofuturism.
I was like, why am I not wearing all of these ridiculous like little epaulette outfit?
Yeah,
I was like, I want all of this. I was like, why does this not exist for me to have every day? Because it looks the fucking coolest. Dude. And it's very hard for me that I'm like, I love it. Look at all these suits.
Such
I'm
a gorgeous show.
Yeah. Besides also enjoying the story, enjoying the fact that it's like it's dialogue for the sake of that. That was what I really liked about Dune 2 as well, was that it was very specific as to what it was going to tell you, when it was going to tell you.
Absolutely.
And like it would use a lot of like non-dialogue sequences, but still absolutely gave you exactly the emotion that you needed.
That's right.
Like what you needed to see, and like, okay, like now we're going to move on to the next part. And I'm like, that takes a lot of talent to understand how to really bring that out, where it's not like, I'm going to read to you and tell you exactly what this thing is.
Here's what the character is feeling.
This is the character is feeling. Yeah, exactly.
Like, I am feeling this, and I am feeling that. Yeah, it's very
brevity of writing.
Yeah, that's a Netflix problem, by the way. Like a lot of Netflix characters are like, I am feeling sad, or I am feeling happy. Yeah, like it's like, ugh.
You're scrolling on your phone,
they
so
have to tell you like 2 times.
Well, it's the anime complex, and I feel like it's kind of drifted over into actual media, which is that. God bless you out there, but the autists that cannot understand emotional there's a real thing. That's why people have Sonic with his expressive eyes.
Right, yeah.
So, people that can't understand like subtext or tone.
Sure, of course.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. Or body language. I don't know. It's but if you're not looking at the screen and you don't have that information, people have to tell you how they feel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It has to get your attention enough to tell you.
It's more cross-cultural. If you say it out loud, it's not relying on any kind of cultural norm. It's like words that get translated on the bottom of the screen.
Right.
I feel like this right now. Yeah.
Interesting.
No.
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, that was it. I know we went off on other tangents.
We did a 40-minute podcast.
But
oh my god.
I love film. Mm-hmm. I'm more about the I don't know. I have a weird love-hate relationship with vaudeville. It's so expressive, but also I hate it. What?
I'm gonna bring up vaudeville.
Okay.
It's the foundation of storytelling. It's wordless storytelling.
It's true.
I'm going back to like Harold Lloyd's, like Safety Last or whatever it is. It's you can tell a story, or hundreds of beavers.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah.
But tell a story without any words. That's to me, that's the most opposite of second screen entertainment. Motherfucker, look at me and appreciate the human condition for a minute. And also this fur trapper in Canada that's very cold and also very buff. You should watch that movie. But
and very horny.
Yes. Well, he gets there.
He loves.
Oh yes, he pines over the trader's daughter.
Yeah.
Who herself is just kind of into it, but also not. I don't know. It's an appropriate.
I mean, she's into it because at least he's not like as gross as the other, gross men that are always like. He's at least like, you seem nice, and she's like, oh, okay, that's it. That's all that it takes, gentlemen. You just be kind. You just make eye contact. and say something nice that has nothing to do with sex, and that's 60% of the way there.
Right, yeah.
Just don't be like, hey, you got holes available. Don't do that.
Which, by the way, is weird because what you're saying is don't talk about sex because it leads to sex. Now, if you start thinking about the fact that
what an impossible
if you start thinking about the fact that it doesn't lead to sex, just talk normally. It just boils down to be a normal human. Talk to someone like they're a human, and it doesn't matter, right? Sex may result in that conversation,
but you're like, but it is.
But just be normal, yeah.
Just be like that, like. Was that shake delicious and not, I'd like to fuck you with that shake?
It's such a clear line of just talking.
Don't do it. Just don't
Just
do
talking to someone else about what they're experiencing. It has nothing to do with sex.
That's it. I'm telling you that is most of the way there.
Yeah,
just be okay.
It's such an easy. It's so weird because it doesn't seem easy, but it's so easy. It's just like talk to them like they're a normal person. That's it.
Yeah.
Just talk to someone like they're a normal person. It has nothing to do with sex.
Yeah.
So simple. So simple. Just be normal.
So difficult.
And it might get you into trouble. Like maybe you'll just eventually you get so good at talking to people about normal things that it might lead to random flirting or sex or whatever. Who cares?
That's a bonus.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
Bonus.
Exactly. Just talk to them about being a person. It's like, really?
What do you enjoy?
Yeah.
How is the weather?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Who gives a shit when that leads to sex? I don't know. That's so weird. It's such a weird
deal.
thing. Yeah.
Sorry.
Nice.
I've heard your pitch. I'm not having it.
All right. Understood.
Give me them holes. Give me them.
I get
Jesus.
that. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You just
give them right now.
This is what's terrifying is that I'm gonna go home with you.
Yeah, that's right.
Eventually.
That's right.
I'll sober up before that.
Yeah, and then I just look at you and I go,
Yeah. Playing Expedition 33 on the couch.
Yeah.
Harming nobody. No, at this point it'll be Fast Fusion, baby. We didn't even get to that.
What are you talking about?
The Premier Switch 2 launch title. Not a good launch.
Are you talking about the wheelchair basketball game?
No, it's not out yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Drag Drive. We're still waiting.
Wait, there's Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, right?
That's right. That's coming out.
Shit.
Well.
I will download that when I get home because I fucking love.
I don't know.
Puyo
You got a
Puyo
little
Tetris.
weird when I beat you in Tetris at the last Puyo Puyo Tetris crossover. You got weird about
because
you got weird about being constantly beaten by me. So I don't know.
no,
if we want to go through that again.
He's pretty good at Tetris.
No, he's really good at Tetris, but also he does not like to lose. Like it's not that he like throws anything or gets like mad. It's just more that he's like,
she doesn't know when I'm losing.
Oh my
On
god!
purpose.
No, it is.
But that's okay, Steph. Tell me about how I don't like to lose.
When we played Mario Kart last night, I was like, "Don't you humor me?" Like I looked directly in your eyes and said, "Don't you humor me?" And I was like, "Don't do that. Don't be like, oh, I'll just let her get first place so she feels special." I'm like, no, don't do that. But I know he likes to win and he likes to be number one. I know it and I get it. And sometimes he's like, he is aggressive in how he is making sure that he is going to be number one. Not like he's.
I don't feel like that's true.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's true. You've got to do it.
Well,
You're
you know
like,
what?
Tetris.
Good news. We have to stop because we got to go to do the James Bond thing. So we're going to stop there.
Yeah, you guys got to go do that.
We're going to stop there and don't worry about it. Nobody cares about who wins first place. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, nobody.
None of that shit matters.
Nobody ever.
Bond is number one.
I'll be honest with you. It doesn't matter at all in life's grand scheme. It doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck? Let me tell you, the older I've gotten, it doesn't matter. None of that shit matters. Make sure you just love the person you love. That's it. That's all it boils down to. So, all right.
You don't let Autumn win.
I wish that I could let Autumn win every time we play a game. I want Autumn to win every time because Autumn deserves to win every single time. But also, if I beat her, I feel good. I feel real good because Autumn's really good.
But you
Autumn's
don't
really
say
good at games.
anything.
Autumn's really good at games. But if I beat her, I feel real good. All right. Thank you for watching. We will see you maybe tomorrow or maybe guaranteed Sunday. Because Sunday and we're going to watch Xbox, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to watch Xbox. So, yeah. So if we don't see you tomorrow, we'll see you Sunday. Yeah, have a great day.
Yeah, thank you for watching.
Well, thank you for letting me join.
Oh, of
course.
you.
Absolutely. All right, see you later, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.